Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Monkey Brains podcast. Amber, as usual.
Yeah, as unusual. Usually I'm not here. Usually I'm dead and I have a clone of myself take my place, but today I'm actually alive.
Next.
John.
Hi, John.
We can't keep
How are
doing this
you?
bit. Come on, guys.
Yes, we
Why?
John.
My name is John, and I'm usual here.
Yeah, John's always here. I don't know what you're talking about, River.
And
I introduced you first.
I am Ocean.
We need to stop this bit. Continues the bit.
You need to stop it.
And, well, if Jem's doing it, or sorry, John.
You're such a follower, River. I can't believe you.
I am a leader. How dare you?
A leader that follows the John bit. And this
Don't you fucking say. Sorry.
I think
Amber is the only one who ever introduces herself.
Sorry, I had a gummy in my mouth and I was trying to. I was like, I'm trying because these gummies are super stretchy, and I was trying to see how much of my tongue I could fit in the hole. That sounds bad, but
I
Anyways.
don't want to hear any more about it.
Anyways, now that we have agreed to kill River, what do you guys think about John, you had a topic, and I asked you, what is it? You said, wait for the podcast, because it was a podcast topic, and now you will tell me what you were going to say. Now, please.
John,
Yeah. Hey.
what was the thing you were going to talk about?
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I was looking at Twitter. Actually, since I was looking at Twitter, I've apparently Netflix is gonna make a Minecraft show, and I just thought that was interesting. Cause
They've done it before. I'm not surprised they'll do it again. Or they haven't done it before. They have hosted Minecraft adjacent material on their
yeah, they
platform.
have.
isn't Jack Black gonna be in it?
No.
That's
That's
the
the
movie.
movie. There's a
Hmm.
show.
Oh, a show.
Yeah, a Minecraft show. Apparently, it's gonna be animated, so at least that's better than the movie, or hoping that's a little bit better. Apparently, they're gonna be animated by what was the name?
Me.
Wild Brain Studios. Which they did
Never mind.
like
I lied to you. Sorry.
yeah, they've done like Ninjago and other Lego stuff.
Damn.
But it seems like their animation's pretty good, and I'm looking forward to it. I just thought that was interesting.
I
John used to
remember
love
watching
Ninjago.
I used to love Ninjago as well.
I watched up to the Golden Ninja. And then I think I watched the entirety of the Ninjroids arc. And I think I stopped there.
I read a guidebook on it, but I don't know anything about it.
I remember reading like there was like various books on Ninjago, and I remember one, I forget what book it was, but it referred to the skeleton tribe as Skullkins, and I was always like, what?
Apparently, like I've seen a few posts on Twitter, and like currently on the show, like most of the main characters are dead.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And one of them is a traitor. The blue one is a traitor.
I know that
And
one of them was a robot, but I'm not sure what happened with him.
that was the ice one. I forgot his name.
The ice one is a robot.
Zane is a robot.
Zane, right?
Okay, here's what I know about them.
The Kai,
Cole,
Cole, Jay,
Zane. And then
And one
Lloyd.
of them is the green one has blonde hair.
Lloyd is green.
One of them is.
And then he was the gold ninja.
No,
Yeah.
he's green.
No, he's also the gold ninja. He's both.
That's stupid.
Well, he was.
he's the destined one.
Yeah, he's the son of Garmadon.
Oh yeah, isn't that the evil guy?
Yeah.
Garmadon's the antagonist up until the Golden Ninja arc, and then after that, he's just an old dude. Because he was corrupted
Oh, that's
with
right.
evil
He
power.
turns into like a good guy. I
because the whole
completely
arc
forgot about that.
Because the whole thing is like He's
Yeah, that
normal
kind of happens
Garmadon, and then he
in
gets taller and has
Teenage
4
Mutant Ninja
arms,
Turtles.
and then he gets merged with a dragon, like a realistic fucking dragon in the show.
That's
And
pretty
then
epic.
he
I
turns
wish I could
into
do
and
that.
then the dragon kind of overtakes him, and then Lloyd
Oh, that sounds cool.
with a broken leg as the transforms into the Gold Ninja, fucking beats him up and frees Garmadon from the evil curse or whatever.
This kind of sounds like
Evil Curse.
baby's first anime.
It really does, actually.
It kind of is, but also it's a good show anyway. So
Yeah.
I actually never really watched shows.
I did a lot
like-
as a child.
Like, no, like, I watched shows, but not, like, it's complicated.
You know my show
I-
as a child was Digimon. That was what I
Makes
watched.
sense. Makes sense.
What do
A
you
lot
mean
of
make?
sense.
What do you mean makes sense?
Haven't you played all like 3 Digimon games and 100%
Yokai Watch.
completed them?
Stop.
Yeah,
River
Yokai.
mixed this up too. God
It's
damn
the
it.
Yokai Watch
My
game,
bad.
too.
I confused them. Never mind. Never mind what I said.
Everyone's like, oh, you play Digimon. It's fucking Yokai Watch. Get it right.
My
If you talk
bad.
about-
Also, why does everyone remember that? I barely talk about Yokai Watch.
I know that.
I don't know.
Everyone remembers the fact that I played 3 Yokai Watch games, and then everyone misremembers them as Digimon, and also everyone remembers that for some reason, regardless of the fact that I bring up Yokai Watch like twice.
I think it's because they're both like creature collectathons.
I mean,
That aren't Pokemon.
kind of. I mean, isn't the whole thing of Digimon is that you only have one, and that's it.
I don't know. I've never. I don't know anything about Digimon.
The whole thing of Digimon is you enter the digital world, you get a partner, and you have that partner and only them for the entirety of ever.
Oh, well, I
Cringe.
didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the original show is funny because it's bad, but objectively it's not an amazing show in a few aspects. I'm not gonna say it's I said bad, but I don't think it's like terrible. I just think it's like objectively it's meh.
Bad.
in terms
it's like
of how
objectively bad and not like
No,
subjectively bad.
it's objectively meh. I think I don't know what the general consensus on what it like how the original show is, like the original Digimon Adventure. But I remember I watched the first 2 seasons and I don't know, kid me loved it. Like there's definitely like awkward voice acting, weird animation. I know that the because it was translated by like what 4Kids or something, so it cuts out some like weird stuff. Like the final episode's like antagonist has like some really dope ass lines that he says in his final speech, but in English it's just like everyone had the pizza and left me with the crust or some shit like that. Like that's like he had like it's so cool, and the like if you watch like a subbed version of the original one, but then you look at the English one and it's lame as fuck. I've been trying to find the subbed version for a while, but apparently I think you have to like actually it's really hard to find, and I think if you actually want to do it, you have to like torrent it. So
If you want, I can try to get it for you.
sure. It's the original Digimon Adventure, just season 1.
Original Digimon Adventure. What season?
Just season 1.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Yeah.
You know, yesterday I found a I'm pretty good at finding things on the internet, I will say.
I'm sure you are, Fia.
What do you mean by that?
I have a lot of things that I could add to that. I just realized my headset microphone is sticking out, and I don't need that.
Yeah, okay. Also, I should mention there are 2 versions of Digimon Adventure. There's one from 2020, and then one from 1999. The 1999 one is the one I watched, obviously. The 2021 is not the one I watched. But yeah, that was an old show I watched. What are some other old shows I watched? I remember I remember me and my sister were into Steven Universe.
Oh yeah, I liked Steven Universe.
I think I stopped watching that season. No, I think I finished everything up to the movie and then didn't watch Future. I know. Isn't Soul the one who has a lot to say about?
Yeah, he's got a lot to say regarding Steven Universe Future being mid.
I yeah, I never watched it, so I know that the first 5 seasons were
Funny that you mentioned Soul. I had a dream where he was in it.
interesting.
Can I really quickly just share this dream with you guys?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
So it was just a small, like, short dream where I was in the Monkey Brains hall, and it was Amber, Fia, and Soul, and Jem for whatever reason wasn't there, and I was questioning that the whole time, and I never got an answer for it, but Jem wasn't there, and it's weird because I haven't spoken to Soul in like 10 days. So hearing his voice in my dream was like extremely weird. And this is one of those moments that I could not tell like dream from reality. So in this moment it felt real. And he was doing his usual like brain rot, goofy, like just being his usual goofy self, you know? And at one point he cracked a joke and we all laughed, and I could not even remember what the joke was, but I just remember it being funny. And it was an interesting dream. But yeah, good dream, very interesting. Also, Soul, buddy, just come back to the show.
Soul, if you're watching this, call me. No.
Yeah, call me.
It's fine. Soul actually DM'd me recently. Kind of semi recently. It was I think like a week or two ago. Just he came to me like, oh, I was messing around and I made the song that felt like it would fit with your game, and I was like, oh, cool. Neato.
Right.
And then we talked for a little, and that was nice to hear from him after a while. Hopefully one day he seems to be getting into a better point in his life, so hopefully he'll be able to rejoin sometime, and that would be nice. We'll have our recording sessions will be more loaded, but more fun.
Yeah, so have we come to the general consensus? I'm sorry. Have we come to the general consensus that like, if Soul does decide to return to the show, that we'll have 5 hosts?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh wait, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not kicking you out just because Soul's coming back. What?
Yeah. 5 hosts.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Also, we already have Fia in the official. I don't want to say official artwork, but like the Monkey Brains group chat is updated to have all 5 of us. So
yeah. So,
yeah, because I do
it. Version.
We are the 5 Monkey Brains.
Blah, 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 blah.
What are you reading?
No, I'm trying to find your thing.
Yeah, what?
I'm trying to find your thing.
The show.
Oh.
What show?
Oh, the Digimon Adventure.
Oh.
Sub. Yeah, I've been wanting like, I think ever since I learned that the sub had a lot that was censored in the dub, I was like, I need to see this. Because like I
think 4Kids is the worst offender of censoring things, especially when it comes to Sonic X and Naruto.
What do you mean by that?
I must see. Thank you.
because let me give a small example here. In Naruto, in the original dialogue, one of the characters, Rock Lee, um, before one of his big fights, ends up confusing a bottle of alcohol for his bottle of medicine.
Jesus Christ, that sounds bad.
And so he goes into
English.
this fighting stance called the Drunken Fist. And
They were like, drunken fist, how dare you?
And then in the 4Kids version, they changed it from alcohol to just grape juice. And then when his opponent picked up the bottle, he took a whiff of it and he was like, grape juice? And I was like, no, what? How could you get drunk off of grape juice?
Okay, it's cartoon logic. You ever seen like a cartoon character that's like, I'm all drunk because I drank this one thing I like. That could work.
No.
I mean, I guess, really? But it's really stupid.
Okay.
And
Okay,
then
so
in Sonic X, like they have a bunch of promotional posters in the back, like in the backgrounds of some, in some of the image backgrounds, they have like promotional stuffs, but for some reason Sonic X just decided to censor a lot of them and replace them with like in-universe promotions, which was a very weird thing to censor, but also I kind of understand that.
Yeah.
Apparently 4Kids didn't dub. Okay, what I learned is that 4Kids did not dub Digimon.
Yeah, I looked it up. It's
Disney.
Disney? I don't think.
It says I was just looking on Reddit, so you know.
Yeah. Also, I found apparently there's. I think I just straight up found the sub on. Thank you, archive.org. Yeah. I found the.
Yeah, I was. Damn it! I really wait. That's sub version.
Yeah, that's sub version.
I was just looking on archive.com.
Digimon Adventure 1999 Japanese with English subtitles.
Nice.
Yeah, the translator for the English dub is Saban Entertainment, and they cut out a lot of like, violence, smoking, other things like that.
You cut out all the fun.
Like there's during the final, like another thing they cut out during that I used to confirm if this was like unedited is in the sub version in the final like I don't know I want to say boss, but it's not really a game, but we
know what you mean, I think.
Yeah, but the final antagonist there's a scene in his final speech where he digs his claws into his shoulders and kind of like rips across his skin and it like bleeds green. He doesn't do that in the translated version for obvious reasons.
Does it bleed red?
No, it bleeds green in the original. He just doesn't do that at all in the dubbed version.
I really like it. I really like how things bleed like different sort of colors. It's very interesting to me because it makes me go, why? Is your blood made of something different? Or is this...
It just, I guess in some cases, it's just to look cool.
Oh, wait, is he a plant?
What? No.
Cringe.
Well,
my first thought was that it was some sort of like chlorophyll. Chlorophyll.
No, he just bleeds green, I guess. For no reason
It's not
other
even
than
I think the coolest like stylized choice for colored blood is Danganronpa.
With pink.
There's another show I watched. They're called. It was Zom 100, and I really like how they do blood in there. They do like a bunch of colors, and it looks like painted like paint, like a bunch of paint splats everywhere. Really cool.
Why did your mic quality just get weird?
Because I put my mic somewhere else because I'm drawing. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Cool. No, it's fine. Like I'm not saying to like not.
I don't know. I'm gonna get a picture of what I was talking about.
I'm saying it as a net neutral event, not as like a negative thing. I mean, I can't talk. My microphone quality is not good because I just use my old headphones. Because I got some new headphones and they do this weird thing where when I move my head, the audio gets wonky. I don't know what. I can't turn it off.
Huh.
And I can't make it stop. Please, somebody, make it stop.
Today, I wanted to rank my 5 worst persons in my entire life. I hate this.
Trying to think of
But
other.
by the way,
Hmm?
before you go, give us the example of what I was talking about. They just use like paint instead of like blood. It's like a bunch of paint and colors, and I really like that.
Ooh. What's that from?
Yeah,
What did you say it's from?
Psalm 100.
Not to self promote because this does not exist, but like I'm doing that. I think that like making colored blood, like characters with colorful blood, is the coolest shit ever. It just looks really cool.
It actually has like a whole meaning within the show, but I'm not gonna go into that. But it's cool.
My characters just have colorful blood because it looks cool.
Oh, well, that's cool too.
Like I do not care. I just like sometimes the rule of cool.
Remember the old thing about royalty have blue blood or whatever. That old thing that people thought for
Because they don't
reason.
breathe.
Because they don't. I guess.
They don't intake oxygen because they are stupid and bad, and I hate them. Me when I assassinate a high-profile government figure.
We should do that.
They do not breathe anymore.
Monkey Brains assassination.
Assassination podcast, like assassination special.
Yeah, we just go up.
Oh, wait. The question is, who was our target?
Ron DeSantis.
Sure.
Why? That's very specific. Why him?
Wait, who?
Ron
I know
DeSantis, the
why
governor
him.
of Texas.
But I know why him.
No, not Texas, Florida.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Governor.
I know why him, but that's very specific.
I don't know.
That caught me off guard.
I mean,
For
hey,
reasons
why
like
not?
this, there's like my mom was like, "Oh, you should put the fact that you're on the podcast on your college application because it would make you look good." And I was like, "We talk about assassinating people."
Do not do that.
Dude, no college would ever accept you if you did that.
You know what's funny is I've thought about doing it for job applications too, talking like putting on my application, yeah, I'm part of a podcast, but then I remember like the sort of conversations that we have, and I'm like, maybe not.
Oh, you're on a podcast?
Yeah.
What's the podcast?
That's what I was like. I was like, when I was applying to colleges, they have like a thing where you have to submit an art portfolio, and you have the option to use your Twitter account for that. I was like, no.
Oh
I'm not gonna be pressed to get my Twitter account.
I remember.
I think that would be a bad idea for me, not because
really
like I say
idea.
like horrible things, but just because of my general antics.
I think that like the worst thing I ever heard was there was a story from my sophomore year. I forget if I've ever mentioned this on the podcast. I feel like I mentioned it to someone, but there was a story from my sophomore year. My sophomore year science teacher, where he mentioned where one of his kids, I believe, like went to a job interview, and at the job interview they asked for like the login information for all of their socials so they could look through them.
Yeah, that is.
Why do you need
a
the
red
login
flag.
information?
I don't know why they they wanted people to give their like login information to their for their social media accounts, and I'm just like, if any job ever asks me to do that, I'm walking out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's like I'm never going to give anyone any sort of login information unless I absolutely trust them.
Don't
And-
they they teach you that at school?
Yeah, like I
Like
don't-
literally,
like,
they tell you to not give your login information to anybody.
like 'cause
Animal Jam.
I'm not.
Animal Jam.
I feel like you should know that doing that is not like you should be aware that going into a job and if they ask you, oh yeah, can you give me your like Twitter login? We need to check and see if there's anything on there. Like really
No.
like.
I'm not.
And plus, it's even worse if you give them your login information and then don't get accepted.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's already like bad enough to give them your thing if you work there, but it's even worse if you give them your login information and then get dismissed. Like, really? I would not ever.
It just
Trust.
seems like it seems like such a like yeah, like it just seems like a bad idea.
Yeah. If if you do that and you're hiring whatever, go fuck yourself.
Okay.
I think that if you
I have all of Amber's Steam login information.
I have
Yeah,
Steam
that's what you
Guard.
do.
Oh yeah. Shit.
What
Okay, really
various
quickly,
games were you playing?
Amber's login information is her username is
Everybody knows it's her username. Well, not every. You know what I mean? Like it's fine. It's not. You don't need a username to log into somebody's account.
The password is
Like
the
alone. Like you. Like oh, wait, that didn't work either. A
Then-
username is accessible information by anybody who uses a website. Nailed it.
okay. Well, then her password is hold on, let me find it.
Well, you can. My password is one thing. Steam Guard is another. 'Cause that's a randomly generated code every single time.
I also have that.
It's random every time.
Mhm.
You don't have my Steam Guard because now it's different.
No, I'm saying like I also use Steam Guard.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
What are you talking about, Jim?
I don't know what Steam Guard is.
You can enable Steam Guard on your Steam account, and what it does is if someone tries to log in, it will send an email with a code.
4-digit code, I think. It's 4
I
digit.
think it's
Oh,
five.
is it like two?
Oh, sorry, a 5-digit code.
Application?
Yeah, Steam
Yeah,
Guard.
it's basic. Yeah.
Yeah, so what you can do
Got
is, yeah, it'll, you can either have it off, you can either send codes by email, or you can have it send codes to your Steam app.
Oh, okay.
So it'll it'll like, you log in and it'll be like, please enter this code that we sent to you. And then you get the code, you entered it in, and then you log in. Kind of like two-factor authentication.
It is literally just 2-factor authentication. It's just Steam's
it's
version
really
of that.
difficult to say that word.
Just say
It really is.
just say 2FA. That's what every
Goofa.
thing ever.
Okay.
2FA. We said it's Antufa.
Antufa.
You know how that reminds me. I don't know why I've been falling into this, but you know, people sometimes say, "I don't really give a," and then
Fuck.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I've been just saying it in my mind, dude. I don't. I be gaffed, dude. I be gaffed.
How do you,
Oh,
okay, can I tell
using
you something?
GAF for I don't give a
Ow!
fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Dude,
Also,
what
why do you
happened?
sound so far from your mic, Jim?
because I put it far because I'm drawing.
We discussed this.
Oh,
Ow.
Yeah.
did?
Well, wait, what happened?
just-
to you?
I just tried to get up and I really hurt, and my wrist really hurt. Sorry, I wouldn't have said ow if I knew that was going to happen. I wouldn't have done that if I knew it was going to happen.
You don't need to say sorry because you recorded.
don't say sorry for hurting yourself. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also-
Okay, now I can't get up because I don't have the. I don't know how I'm supposed to get up without a hand.
Get like a cane.
Really quickly, I just want to mention
There.
I'm looking at my package of Lifesavers gummies, and in really small text towards the side here, it says product shown, not actual size. Who is buying this bag of candy and going, are these the size of the things? I gotta get this.
Nobody, but
You have to
nobody,
put-
but
you
they
have
have
to-
to do that just for legal reasons.
Yeah, you have to put it on there so people either aren't like absolute dumbasses or they don't try to give a sort of loophole like false
It's
advertising. It was this size in the package, but this size in the bag.
Yeah.
How dare you?
It's
I'm suing
it's
you.
on pretty much everything, like cereal boxes and like all processed foods like that will usually show like an image of the thing up close. Like
Gotta protect your
we'll
legal
have that.
ass.
It's like how when an ad has a fantastical thing going on, they have to disclose that will not actually happen.
Yeah. They have to disclose
Okay,
like
I have a question.
yeah.
While you were talking about trends, it reminded, or like, not trends, acronyms, it reminded me of the trends section in my yearbook that has 5 trends. And one of them is laughing out loud, in parentheses, LOL, was cool in the 1980s. Then came rolling on the floor laughing, raffle. And then emojis took the world by storm by starting in 2011. But 2023 saw the popularization of a new acronym, IJBOL, pronounced EDGEBOL, which stands for I just burst out laughing. The expression elicits
I've
a
never
laughter
heard
at
that
untimely moments.
ever in my life.
Exactly.
And me edging my bowl. What's the?
What?
It's she said the acronym was pronounced edge bowl, and I just think like me edging my bowl. Like what?
or like below it just says Epic Games, the makers of the popular online video game Fortnite, were directed in
What is this? A
20
Nintendo Direct? What is this?
were directed in September 2023 to pay Fortnite players 520 million in refunds for deceptive practices that lured people to buy items like costumes and dance moves for gameplay. The company was also found to make it easy for kids under 13 to use their parents' credit card without consent. This is in the trends section of the yearbook.
Wow, this is amazing. I would love to read about this.
Okay, what else is there? Wait, what else?
How to tell the adults are out of touch.
Okay, let's see what else there is. Oh, there's something about. I think there's something about Elon Musk buying Twitter in my school yearbook. I like how there's like they have stuff about like presidential candidates and unions and
Fortnite?
no. On the same page that it says, like it's like the unions, the workers, the workers' strikes, the California banning 4 ingredients commonly found in high processed food linking to cancer, tennis, the Olympic Frige, who I love very much, and then Octopus, and then Barbie, and so much. There's like a thing for Minions in Universal Studios. It's got a new look full of yellow goggle-wearing Minions. They're not new. They've been around for a hot second.
Are you doing the TikTok voice? Or are you just doing it? I swear I feel like you're doing the TikTok voice.
No, I'm just doing it to read out these stupid things. It's like,
Oh, okay.
and then,
Okay.
for example, it says, for example, it's like, it talked about Taylor Swift, and then the next thing over is Matthew Perry, who played sarcastic realist in Gen X television series Trends, drowned in a jacuzzi at age 54 on October 28th, 2033? No, 2023. His death shocked generations of fans who fell in love with his character and followed his journey through the addiction and rehabilitation.
Well, rest in
And then the next one is the blockbuster movie of 2023 was Barbie.
Wait, when
Wow.
was this book? When did you get
This
this?
is in my school yearbook.
For this year?
This year?
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm not even in it.
What?
Shouldn't you be in like the student section?
I am, but I'm one of they have a yearbook guide full of people that and like where they show up in the yearbook, and I'm one of the only people that only shows up one time.
That's always me in the yearbook.
I mean, last year I showed up one time and well, 2 times, not counting the student portrait, and they misspelled my name. So
Oh, well,
let's see what the news was last year. I think like that's where it was.
Also,
Let's see, 2023 to 2022 to 2023. Sorry. Let's see. What is there? Polio, Queen Elizabeth dying.
yeah.
We love that. Hurricane Ian, Gen Z voting,
Yeah.
quiet quitting, which
What?
is
Who?
a bizarre thing to mention because it's Edward Munch's new famous. That's not how you pronounce his name, Munch. Edward Munch's famous painting, The Scream, found a whole new reason to scream in November 2022.
What?
When a group of Norwegian climate protesters attempted to glue themselves to the work. The attack became the fifth in a series of film stage assaults on museum masterpieces, including throwing soup and mashed potatoes at work by Van Gogh and Picasso in museums in London, Germany, Italy, and Australia. Underneath that it says, a first for females.
Oh. Okay.
A woman the United States Mint released the first quarter to almost honor a woman.
This is me reading my student handbook all over again.
Hey, you did it last time. I get to do it this time. At least this time it's more funny because like. Oh.
We're running out of ideas for this podcast. That's what happened.
Here is I got so angry when I saw Elon Musk in my yearbook that I crossed him out. But it does say Elon Musk, Chief Executive Officer of SpaceX in Texas. Texas? No, oh god, I hope not. Tesla became the new owner of Twitter. After firing Twitter's chief executives and chief financial officer and hundreds of employees, Musk made the company private and loosened the platform's content moderation in pursuit of publishing widely diverse viewpoints. I hate privatization. Oh! The trendiest app of this year, and I want you guys to tell me if you've heard of this because I never had. Be Real.
I've heard of it.
Oh, okay.
So the only reason I know about it is because of like 2 points where it was brought up, because apparently Be Real was like a somewhat like popular social media app, but not enough to the point where anyone ever talked about it.
It was popular enough to be in my yearbook.
It blew from what I've heard, the app like blew up, but nobody ever mentioned it, talked about it. Like I heard its name maybe twice. Like it was never something that was big. It was never something that was like really people discussed. Like it just existed in the background as like a stealth takeover, I guess.
Well, actually, my school yearbook says that the trendiest app of the year set out to counter social media norms and have edited perfect posts and social comparisons. Be Real challenged users to snap real-time photos and post it unedited when prompted by a random daily push notification. Users had 2 minutes to post what they were doing in real time. If they missed the time, their post was marked late. Keeps post honest.
You're late to posting, you bitch.
What does it say on the last thing? The Cameo app. And
that's a big one.
Yeah,
and the 7-year-old child in New York City who went viral on TikTok and Instagram when asked his thoughts about corn.
Why is a 7-year-old allowed to get famous on the internet?
Yeah, I know, it's something.
It's already been a thing.
I mean, I know that there are like kids that get famous on the internet for like dumb things they do, but like really, like I feel like you're either giving a kid a bunch of popularity early in their life when they don't need it, or you're reaping off of their like popularity for your own benefit. And
Probably
neither
the
are
first.
good. But
What?
also, speaking of,
That's pretty much the only news that my yearbook cared to mention. So I guess those are the only important things that happened this year and last year. There's probably another one, but it's hidden behind my big cardboard box, which I use for cardboard box things, like being in the corner of my room, and that's it.
all right. Also,
You know about the cardboard box. I've mentioned it. It's like the
yeah, I know about the
member
cardboard
of the
box. Isn't it the
podcast.
one? Isn't it the one that your cat bites on?
Yes.
Yeah.
The memories. That's the only memories, the cat biting it.
Also, I pulled up in Twitter at some point, and apparently, people are, lame people on the internet are freaking out because Mr. Beast surpassed T-Series in subscribers. So,
Who cares? It was like
Who gives a
5 years
fuck?
ago.
I don't care about either of them.
yeah, I don't.
We all know
at
how I
all.
feel about Mr. Beast.
Yeah, we do.
How do you
It's
feel about him?
but I want like none of us care at all. I'd hope. River, you don't care, right?
I don't mind.
About
Mr.
what?
Beast.
About.
I don't like him at
Do
all.
you
Like,
listen to anything we say around here?
Sorry, I was like
Maybe
spacing
those
out there
gummies really
'cause,
did have weed in
something
them.
popped up on YouTube, and I was kind of just watching that for a minute.
Why are you watching things on YouTube? We're doing a podcast.
I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Anyways, what were we talking about? I'm sorry.
I mentioned how I saw on Twitter T-Series was trending because Mr. Beast surpassed T-Series in
boy.
subscribers, so now Mr. Beast
Yeah,
is the most
All right.
subscribed channel on
Why do you-
YouTube. All right, you don't care. Good. But
I
I
don't
wanted
mind
to
Mr.
I wanted to
Beast.
bring
well,
I
you
mentioned
see-
that for the sole point that I
No, I want to talk about why I don't
No,
like
I-
Mr. Beast.
we've
Alright,
heard.
why, okay,
We've
fine. Why did
heard-
you like him? I haven't.
I
heard
was
it.
going to
don't
mention
remember.
something else first though.
No. Okay, wait, Amber,
Fine,
you talk.
Amber, you go.
Amber's
Look,
heard
okay.
because I was talking about it with her yesterday.
Yes, I've heard. But I wanted to I want to mention it because it's really funny how you scroll through the trend and all the people that are celebrating look like the most annoying people in the world. Like
Yeah.
they're like people like and especially like people making like dramatizing it like, oh my god, I'm so holy shit, we're fucking celebrating like it's like I just won $1 million or some shit like that. And also, can I just mention, I'm sure everyone to some extent feels this way, unless you're, you know, an annoying person on the internet, which none of you are, I hope.
No, thanks.
But I fucking I fucking hate the Santa Decides Twitter account.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're like they're big they're big sellouts. They really only care
Wait,
about
who are
like,
you talking about?
Santa Decides on Twitter.
Oh yeah, that thing.
They've done like they'll do like they recently posted T-Series is on the naughty list. And they showed up in the
listen,
trends and it's like
Sometimes I understand. Sometimes they do very Reddit answers, but
They're
they do very
extremely
Reddit
That's
things.
great. That's
They're
actually a great
they're
way to
very
put
much
it.
an attention hog.
yeah,
Like
but I'll give it to them. They sometimes at least say like some niche things. I'm like, oh hey, that's part of the fan.
that's
movement.
hardly
funny.
it. That's hardly it.
Yeah, I know it's hardly the case, but at least it makes it so I don't entirely hate it.
I think that they're just like really annoying. It's like I have no I have no I have no sympathy for them. But
Like honestly, oh sorry, I didn't notice that you were.
no,
gonna...
I didn't really
sorry,
have
sorry.
anything more to say. What
I
were you
really do not care because it is just like, oh wow, I'm so happy that this company is the #1 subscribed channel instead of this company.
Is Mr. Beast a company?
I don't
Ah,
think he's a company.
Yeah, like no, his whole brand is like a company, I believe.
Well,
Really?
he
It's
does
like
have
it's
like
like a
Mr.
giant
Beast
operation. It's
bars
not just
and Mr.
him.
Beast
You think
burger, so I don't know.
I guess. I
hated
just
that.
it like
Even
I know that some like I would it wouldn't surprise me if he's a company like because I feel like he's like River mentioned with like the Beast Burger and shit like that. Like I feel like that's wouldn't you have to have a company in order to do that?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I feel like it would be like a rather small company.
Yeah,
No.
maybe.
I feel like
Maybe. I'm not
I feel
sure. I
like
mean, he
he
has a lot of money,
himself.
is
I feel
all.
like yeah. I feel like he himself, like his group of people that make the videos and stuff, are a small company. But I feel like everything else that he makes, like the burgers and everything, that's probably outsourced to another company and just has
I
the
know
Mr.
that.
Beast
Oh,
label on
sorry.
it. Yeah, no
I
worries.
know for a fact that it's the this guy Eddie Burback, pretty cool YouTuber. He did a really good video about it. They're just like kind of these. I forgot what they're called. They're like these basically like restaurants that don't actually exist.
Oh,
Basically,
I think I know what Fia's talking about. I think they were
yeah, that's
called.
what they are. They're not
They're
actually
they're
real
like
restaurants.
I forget what they're called, but they're
Yeah, me too.
like ghost restaurants or
Yeah,
something.
that's it. That's it. They're ghost kitchens. Ghost kitchens.
Ghost kitchens. There you go.
So like I mean I never does that mean like they if to get a Beast Burger you'd have to like go to some other place and be like
I think
Oh no, there
if I
isn't like
remember
a
correctly, you would have to
place.
find it like on DoorDash or something.
oh okay
Exactly.
so
And then
it's a
and then you go
delivery
to a
only kind of
location
thing.
that oh sorry, I didn't mean to. I keep interrupting.
Well,
I'm sorry.
they did have like their own physical restaurants at one point, but then it
That-
did become like delivery only.
I'm pretty sure there was like some controversy with marking conditions, but don't quote me on that. I
I
wouldn't
do
be
remember
surprised,
some
but
sort of controversy. I
I
think
believe
it
there
was
was
more. I think
something like that.
the controversy that I remember was more with the food itself.
Ah,
But
yeah,
I
that
don't
makes
remember.
sense.
I don't remember specifics. But yeah,
Honest,
I.
I honest. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Why do I keep doing this today? Like I
It's
have so much to say that I
Yeah,
keep like.
don't worry.
I
It's
know,
it's
I
fine.
our.
know.
We're bound to talk over
If
each
there's
other
anyone,
eventually.
if there's anyone you can interrupt, it's me because I tend to say like
Everybody has
before
enough
I
screen time already.
before I well that too, but
I used to be the worst offender of saying in between words. I try to I do this a lot as I'll pause to think of what I want to say. So in between words I have like long pause gaps.
yeah, I
So
tend to
I really don't like saying or and a lot. I'm
yeah
trying to
I have this thing where I'll like I'll be saying something and then I have to like think of what I have to say next. So I'll be like, yeah, so then I'll continue, and like I have to give a second to like think of. I think like of my sentences like portions at a time, and it's like I load a portion slower than I speak. So usually it's fine for you to interrupt me because I'll if I have more time to think of what I'm saying, then I can say sentences better.
For me,
But
it's
go
kind of
ahead.
the
What were you gonna
opposite.
say?
Oh, you did. For me, it's the opposite because I think I think way faster than I talk. That's why I stumble over my words so much. Like while I was reading the whole yearbook thing, I kept stumbling over my words because I can read so much faster than I can talk that I keep reading ahead. But I read ahead while I'm trying to say the words as fast as I can think. That's why I'm so like I need to uh, you know.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I do that, and like it's hard to explain. Sometimes it's difficult for me to put my thoughts into words because I think so much faster than I talk, and when I start talking, there's already like something else I want to say. By the time I'll start a sentence and then I'll be like I want to talk about something else. But that's besides the point. Like you know how it is. Sorry, my wrist is killing me. It really hurts. Maybe I tore it or something. Like so bizarre. But anyways, yeah. I was like I said, I know Amber's already heard all this before, but Mr. Beast is in the genre of YouTube content that I call performative philanthropism, which is being giving people money for the sake of content and not because you are an actually generous person who wants to help people. And obviously, I know he needs to make that money back somehow through, content, I guess. But I feel like if he actually cared about helping people as much as people think that he does, then he would actually do work outside of content, Like, there's not really much that goes on, to my knowledge, that doesn't suit. Like, for his birthday, he gave out, 26 Teslas or something.
I saw that. I saw your
It's like,
tweet. I saw your
It's
tweet.
people are
like a
dying.
Cybertruck.
People are dying.
The only thing I
Can't you do
ever
something better?
the only
your money?
problem with
Like,
the only
I don't
problem with
know.
that for me is that
Isn't there that whole
like-
controversy with him curing blindness?
yeah,
That was
that's the
so
problem.
bizarre.
I always struggle to see. I understand your point of like, oh yeah, he has to do it, and it's always content, but you can't make it seem like he's not doing it out of just his pure volition. I understand that point, but it's also very hard for me to take it as like he just does it for money because, like, again, he cured like 1,000 blind people and also gave wells in Africa. Kind of
Yeah,
hard to
but
see it
what
as
did he
someone
do
just
it?
doing it for money.
I mean, yeah, he's doing, yeah, but he's doing good shit, obviously. But the thing is, would he be doing good shit if he wasn't getting paid for it? Do you think that if he wasn't getting paid for it, he'd still be as kind? Do you think he'd still do all this charity work?
That I do not know.
If he couldn't turn it, do you think that the thing is that I don't, because everything he does, there's nothing. I have never seen anything about him doing charity work that he hasn't, monetized. Like, if he wasn't able to monetize this stuff, if he couldn't make money off of this sort of thing, probably wouldn't be doing it. He does what gets him money. That's how he operates. And I feel like it's a way to operate, but I feel like he hides behind the veil of help, of being this, this messiah of helpfulness, when there are so many people who are suffering horribly out there, and he could do so much with his money that he does not do. Objectively speaking, he could, with all of the money, like I said, with all of the money he spent buying those Cybertrucks to give to 26 people. How many people who are actually in need of real help do you think that he could have given help? People in dire financial straits. But it's not profitable to help people in dire financial straits out without putting them through some challenge. And of course, we could get into the whole Squid Game thing and how much I despise it. We've recreated the torture Netflix from hit book Don't Create the Torture Nexus. The Torment Nexus is what it's called. We've created the Torment Nexus from hit sci-fi book Don't Create the Torment Nexus. That's what it is. That's the Squid Game thing. The whole point of Squid Game. No. You see, the whole point of Squid Game is that making desperate people compete for money is bad. Or not even that. It's like that. No. Not even like that. That's bad wording. It's more so making the fact that the rich can profit off of people in need for their own entertainment is bad. The fact that people live in a world where they would realistically go through something like Squid Game for the chance of making money shows an inherent flaw in the system that we live in, and creating Squid Game is missing the point of Squid Game, which is that Squid Game is bad, and the fact that and the people deriving entertainment from it are the bad guys. It is the people who are enjoying watching Squid Game happen in the universe of Squid Game are the villains. The people putting on Squid Game are the villains. They are not good people. The point, you are not supposed to walk out and think, oh, that's such a cool thing to do. I should I should do that. No, you're supposed to look at it and be like, wow, that shows how unfair capitalism and the economy is to people. Like, and how can somebody just have so little self-awareness to what they're doing that they see that and all they see is content to get inspired by somebody, to basically get inspiration from the unequivocally evil people in the narrative, to create your performance thing out of people, like a giant spectacle out of people who you could just give money to, but you can't. Because when you just give money to people and let them go about their lives and to just do their own thing, you can't monetize it. Giving to charity is not something you can get money off of, but making people in need of money go through inhumane situations for a chance of making money is something you can profit on. So guess which one he does? God's sake.
Speaking of
Can
donating
we get?
money to
I need
people
an
who
edit.
need it, Happy
I'm sorry.
Pride Month, everybody.
Oh yeah, I love Pride Month.
I
love it when
want to have I want to have an edit of Fia rambling on about this and having a slow camera zoom in on her profile as she continues on, and by the end of it, it's just her eyes.
Can you do that in post, Amber?
Editor. Do that.
Okay, wait, when Amber says editor, that means it's not gonna happen.
Editor. Be careful.
You know what? You should make that into a YouTube short. That'll promote the podcast.
I don't think your entire speech will fit in a YouTube short.
Oh wait, are you serious? Did that not go?
I'm pretty sure
I
they're
could probably
limited to
fit
1
it
minute.
into like a TikTok clip, maybe.
Isn't a TikTok clip 1 minute also?
No,
I
don't know. They've been really generous with it recently. I think the
Yeah, I'm pretty
longest
sure
you
you
can
can
have
do
it is
go
like
on
5
TikTok
minutes.
and like do 5 minutes TikTok,
Yeah.
which is bizarre. Anyway,
Interesting.
it sucks that you can't really joke about say you can't it sucks that I have to side with TikTok. I think the TikTok has some really shady shit going on. Like I don't like it very much. But the US government is making me side with TikTok.
Yeah. It's
I don't know how bad the US that has to be. The fact that I am siding with TikTok, that's wild shit.
that crazy.
Something
anyways,
that I
what
want
were
to
you
do is maybe this will be like a further down the road type thing, but something that I want to do with Amber's permission, of course, is I want to take various clips of the monkey brains and I want to edit them to be YouTube shorts to potentially raise our view count.
Honestly, if we want to actually get viewers for the podcast someday, I think that's what we should do.
If you want to,
Because I
want
uploaded a YouTube short of me just with my camera pointed at my cat talking about how much I hate the TikTok text speech voice, and it got 1,000 views and a bunch of comments complaining that my pillow was covered in blood. And I said, and I had to reply to them being like, they were all like so upset that I was letting my cat sit on a pillow. My cat was like sitting on a pillow that was disgusting, and I was like, no, the pillowcase is in the wash. My cat chooses to sit there because she is weird.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The pillowcase covered in blood is something that I'm glad that I had to also in my comment explain why the pillowcase is covered in blood, being that I get nosebleeds in my sleep.
Wait,
so
is
do
this
not worry.
like a hypothetical scenario, or did this actually happen?
This actually happened.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like a hypothetical scenario. It's like, wait, this is way too specific.
No, it happened.
Hypothetical. Oh, okay.
I mean, hey, if you want to edit shorts, go ahead.
Okay, I'll do that. River, you and I, we can do that.
If you want to edit shorts, just send the video file to me and I'll upload them whenever.
I mean, wouldn't we have to make? I mean, we would.
I know
I'm
you.
thinking
I'm pretty
that
sure. I don't know if you have,
have
to put them in the phone layout.
You do.
Oh, you
For
do.
YouTube
All right
Shorts.
then.
So maybe I could make an edit. That wouldn't work. Because then like the speech bubbles wouldn't be working, right? Would they? I was thinking I could record.
I mean, it's
I
not like
turned it
it's
into,
hard
like,
to.
a-
It's not like it's hard to get our recordings in a mobile layout because it's
No,
just
that's what I
our
was saying.
faces surrounded by a solid color. So,
No, but I'm saying, but like part of it is like the green little bit that shines when we talk. That's like that's a deal.
what?
That's I could find an easy like workaround for that. That's not.
No, I know. That's
How
what I
is
was
that?
thinking. I
Wait,
was
hang
thinking
on.
that I could
How is
probably
that
do it.
hard to work around?
I don't know. It's not. I was just saying that it's a workaround that exists. I never commented on the difficulty of it. Are you assuming that I did not formulate a plan about how to work around it? That would be extremely.
Why would you need to work around it?
Because I don't know. Like, how are you supposed to? Are we gonna squish it? Are we gonna squish it into a mobile format? Just like.
If you want, no, not you don't have to squish it into a mobile format. You can just extend the top and bottom by filling it in with a solid
Oh, that
color.
wasn't. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That wasn't what I was.
My
But-
idea was that we take two of them and we since it's like in a row of 4, we just cut it down the middle and then stack the two.
Yeah, that's what I
Things
was
on-
thinking.
I mean, you could also.
That's what I
do
was
that.
thinking.
I can provide the Subway Surfers. Like,
I'm sorry. I don't know why that was so funny to me. It's just like Subway Surfer. I think they'd be disappointed that our podcast doesn't have Subway Surfers gameplay.
yeah, okay, editor, put it on screen.
Editor, Subway Surfers epic gameplay.
I don't worry, I'll get a screen recording of me playing Subway Surfers. It'll all be my footage, and I'll I'll put it on the bottom of the Monkey Brains footage.
Awesome. Now we can with that.
Editor, Subway Surfers. I need to have a Subway Surfers toggle on OBS for
Apparently, they made like a Subway Surf. Oh, sorry.
whenever we like start like whenever our conversation starts dying off, I just go Subway Surfers and turn it on. Pay attention to us, please. We're interesting. Look, your attention span has now been redeemed.
I said your favorite words. Jingle, jingle.
You know that one Markiplier clip where he's
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was referencing.
the back rooms,
The-
jingle,
the
jangle,
back
jingle.
rooms. I said your favorite word. Pay attention. Jingle, jingle.
That's actually an okay Markiplier impression. My knowledge on it. Quail.
Well,
Quail. What I was gonna say. Crap, I had something. Oh yeah, I know the Subway Surfers only because I know they have a Netflix show that has a bizarre amount of lore.
Oh yeah, they
Like, they-
do have a show. I completely.
And then they
forgot
just
about that.
apparently I've never watched it, but apparently it just ended on a cliffhanger.
Ah, I know about cliffhangers.
Have you ever eaten quail? Not you, Amber.
Wait, what? Have you ever eaten what?
eating quail,
What's that?
a bird.
wish I were a bird.
Why do you have that?
Hello, everyone.
That is the only time you have ever had the situation to use that sound.
You were saving that one.
I will
You were
never
so-
get to use that again.
I bet you were. I can almost think of the fact that I can almost think of the expression that you made when you realized that you would finally have the chance to.
Oh! This is the chance. This is the chance.
Yeah, exactly.
I will-
River was like,
I will
finally,
never-
finally, I get to use this. I've been waiting this my whole life.
Not my whole life, no.
Yes, your whole life. How do you spell quiche?
I will never get to use that again.
How do you spell quiche?
Uh,
Yeah.
Quiche,
Thanks.
and that's entirely because of Undertale.
Welcome to the Monkey Brain Spelling Bee. Congratulations, Jim. You've won it.
Don't remind me. I've told you all about my spelling bee horrors.
Well, luckily we don't have the bees for the spelling bee, so.
I mean, I can summon them.
You could.
12 million bees to your location right now.
So wasn't it wasps?
Okay, cool. Do we have that soundbite? I'm gonna clip that and I'm gonna add it to the
Chat,
soundboard.
clip it.
Chat.
Chat, clip it. I'm gonna take a section of that and I'm gonna put it on the soundboard just for the sake of having Fia saying 12 million bees to your location. So
Wasn't it wasps?
No, it's all three. I've used all three. I've used wasps, I've used hornets, and I've used bees.
What about? I think there are more to 10 million mosquitoes.
oh yeah, mosquitoes too.
Mosquitoes would be the worst one, actually.
Have I?
Actually,
Mosquitoes.
I like how mosquitoes online are like everybody. There's people that defend spiders. They're like, oh, don't kill it. It's just trying to live in its own, and it's not doing anything to you. It's probably scared of you. But I like how like everybody universally just agrees that mosquitoes are just the worst thing, and they came from hell.
I think the biggest reason for me is because mosquitoes love me, and I guess I'm just like a food farm for mosquitoes because I don't know what it is. Mosquitoes love me and I hate it. So
It's because we're fat. That's why. There's more surface area.
you fucking dick.
I said that's not because we. I said we. I didn't say only you.
I mean, you're tall, right? You're like the tallest person here.
I can't be the tallest person here, I don't think, right?
How tall are you?
I don't know. I know I'm taller than Amber.
You're taller than all
You're
of
taller
us.
than me.
Wait, how tall? Wait, like a rough estimate.
Okay, let's go around here. Jem, how
We've
how
been
all know how
over
tall
this.
I
You're the
am.
only person over 6 foot. Because both Jem and
Exactly.
Fia are 5'3" or something like that.
I'm 5'4".
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, never mind. I'm 5'3". Jem is 5'4".
Wait,
Amber
how
is...
tall are you?
5'8".
Oh my god, I am the only person over 6 foot. Okay.
Ha 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 ha
Yeah.
ha.
For the record, I'm 6'2".
If
Yeah.
we were to fight, I would trip. I could be able. I would kick you in the shins.
Bite your ankles.
Yeah. Shin guards exist
Can
for
I get a
reason.
drawing of Gremlin Fia?
Gremlin Fia biting ankle.
Fine.
That's okay.
Fia, you should talk to the other gremlin in the FFV Fox.
We have to battle for the title.
Right? Why battle for a gremlin when you can gremlin coexist?
That's a good idea.
Wait, is Fox the shortest or?
I don't
think so.
know how tall Fox is. I just consider her a gremlin.
If anything, I consider Moyo to be a gremlin.
Yeah, she's
Fox
she's
is more.
shortest.
Fox is more like. Fox feels
like
more
feral.
like. Yeah. Gremlin are more like feral, and I feel like Fox.
If you
fits
want
that better.
feral, let me point you in the direction of Chili. All right.
No, Chili is not the gremlin kind of feral. She is a different
No,
kind of
she's
feral.
not.
Maybe Sharky.
Sharky also doesn't fit that. I like how everyone outside of the FFE who watches this will have no fucking clue what we're talking about.
Yeah, who else outside the FOB is gonna be us?
Our
Unless someone like
are like 2 unique viewers for this particular episode that are not from.
yeah, there's the two unique.
I don't even
viewers.
think they'd get this far. I think they'd.
Yeah, no, we're an hour into the recording. They wouldn't get this far.
I don't think anybody has ever got this far.
Yeah,
our views, our watch time is exclusively for the people that like fell asleep when they started watching it.
Do you think that would ever even happen? Are we
No.
that boring?
Well, yeah,
No.
maybe.
Oh yeah, we are. This is one of the more
I
louder.
like how we all
episodes.
have come to terms with the fact that like we have maybe 1 or 2 unique viewers, and then like that like we've decided we'll keep doing this. Like this is
let's take
you
a
know
look
what you
at
should do, Amber?
what.
Oh, you know what you should do? You should put like word tags in the video description.
Like hashtags.
You know how, like-
Fun, epic podcast.
No.
Fun
Okay.
friends.
Okay, so apparently YouTube pushes out videos to people who like if the description has like certain words. So like, I don't know if you put like Garden of Banban, like it's gonna get pushed to people who
We should do
want
that
the
just
Garden of
for
Banban
fun.
video.
We're going to do
Yeah,
it
In the
on our gaming
description, put
channel. we
Friday Night
do-
Funkin'.
On our,
Yeah, you can put that as well.
You
I
know
don't
what? That
want
would
to.
be
Okay,
really
I know.
funny.
I know it's to play the algorithm, but I don't want to lie. You know.
I think that, but it would be funny.
It would be funny.
I guess. Say, hey, we're playing. We're playing. Fucking. Garden of Banban and Friday Night Funkin', and we're also playing Minecraft. We're also playing.
We're also playing DDLC.
Is that really
Eventually-
still super relevant?
Eventually, I still have all of River's DDLC footage. Eventually, I'll edit that and put it on the gaming channel.
Yeah, you should.
I should. It's like 13 hours of fucking footage though, because it's like, it's. I think we have like a shorter recording of 1 or 2 hours, and then a 10-hour recording, 9 or 10-hour recording of everything else. So it's not. So it's a lot of footage to go through that I have to rewatch, and so much of that because like DDLC is like a 5-hour game, but we just talked so much outside of playing that we just
He opened the door.
Rivers fucking yelling at us about you guys set me up for a horror game.
Wait,
Oh
I
my
want
God.
to rewatch that. I want to rewatch that.
I wish I was there. That sounds like the funniest shit ever.
I have the footage. It's currently stored in riverddlc.7z on my computer.
For the gaming channel, what do you want to? Maybe we should actually play like some stupid
Next
ass
we're
popular
gonna.
game.
I mean, next we're gonna do Tomodachi Life. So.
Like, I mean, after Tomodachi Life. I mean, there's
Well,
like,
I mean, Tomodachi Life will be an ongoing thing. I don't think there's going to be an after. It's going to be during. Because we'll just do Tomodachi.
Oh, yeah, I
Tomodachi
mean,
Life
like,
is
that makes sense.
one you can go on for a while, so we'll just do Tomodachi
Yeah.
Life along with other
So,
things.
will we make all of us?
Uh,
Will it just be us?
I mean, we'll probably
And, like,
add all
other
of us,
people that
but
we
we'll
know.
also add, like, I don't know, FFV members, fictional characters, random people that we plucked off the street and forced into forced into
We just
Tomodachi
go
Life.
around to our neighborhood, start taking pictures of people, like just on the street, and start making me's out of them.
Yeah, that's what'll happen. We'll just steal people
Goodness
and
gracious.
also I pulled up analytics for our most recent episode. We have 2 views, which is 2 less than usual.
Aww.
Our typical view count is 4 to 9. Our video has garnered a grand total of 1 watch time hour. Which is about the same as usual, and and no total change in subscriber count.
That's
of
also
0.
big.
We reached 2 hours of watch time within 1 day and 10 hours, and it stagnated there up until now. Which is 6 days, 9 hours. Our first watch hour was in the first hour, so awesome. What about our reach? 85 impressions, a 2.4% impression click-through rate. We have 1 unique viewer.
One.
Oh, we really do have one viewer.
That's 1 unique viewer, not returning viewer.
Oh.
Average view duration is 28 minutes 36 seconds. 17 minutes 45 seconds more than usual. Our typical view duration is 2 minutes 36 seconds to 10 minutes 51 seconds.
Okay, well that answers that.
Yeah.
We are so good at this YouTube thing. I think
We
we're
are.
really about to hit the big time.
Yeah, so we do have one. So our other is 1 returning viewer on our newest video. Let's see, like, overall channel statistics. Let's see. Overall analytics. Our most recent episode's ranking is 5 of 10. Recent subscribers last 90 days. Aku.
Yay!
Thank
When
you,
was that?
thank you, Aku. I don't know. It doesn't say when.
12 years ago.
It says
Before the
within. It
podcast
says
even
last
started.
90 days.
No, it doesn't.
Also, I really
I'm
like how
gaslighting you.
out of the comments we've gotten for most of the comments are from like members of the FFE. But I also just like one on episode 20 we had some random channel called Rennie Soto 7423 just say promosm
What?
on I don't know what that means. There is nothing on their channel. They have 21 subscribers and no content.
Seems suspicious.
They joined July 20th, 2021. And they just on our 20th episode they just said promosm spelled.
Wait, we're promoting them.
I guess. Hey,
wait. No,
don't subscribe to
don't
their
follow
channel.
them. Don't subscribe to them. Unsubscribe to their channel. I'm sorry, I feel bad
Instead, subscribe to the Monkey Brains podcast.
now. Don't do that either, actually.
I like how
Unsubscribe.
we have random comment. We have a comment from Aku on the Aku episode. We have a comment from River on episode 25.
I think I commented once.
I don't see it.
Oh, okay.
We have a grand total of 7 comments in the comment history.
That's big.
Yeah, we have 2 of them are from River. 3 others are from other FFE members, and 2 are from random other people. So that's something. Yeah,
I think
we're
my
doing.
most recent comment was from like 2 episodes ago, where you guys basically slandered me at the start of the episode.
Yeah, and I hearted that comment.
Which one was it?
Episode 25. It was the one where River wasn't there.
Yeah, I wasn't present, so it was
You were gone.
3, and then you guys. I tried to give you conversation topics, and you guys slandered me at the first 5
that was
minutes.
funny.
Yeah, I also I also like the only other comment River has left is on episode 10, which is just timestamp Coal Slut laughing fit trademark.
What does that mean?
Oh, yeah. Was that
was
an episode with Soul, or
yeah, that was this episode 10. So this was back during Soul time. This was when we were like going over voice actors.
The Solden days.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the timestamp is for like towards the end of the video. So this is it's at 3 hours 3 minutes is the time that she stamped. And then yeah, so we got some comments. Let's see, channel analytics. Let's go over the whole channel. Our top content in this period, apparently, our 25th episode is our top video as of recent. It's also the one without River. I wonder if that's connected.
I know. Wait, no, doesn't River come back halfway through?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty
What
sure
episode?
she does.
25.
Because it was the 25th one. We did all those tier lists. It was special, right?
Oh yeah.
Or wait,
Oh.
no,
that was
wait,
not
or
the
was
tier.
it like that
No,
was the fake 25th
No,
episode.
26 was 26.
No, sorry. No,
was
that's
the
the
tier
real
list.
25th episode.
Yeah, I
that's
titled
the
it episode 26, episode 25, tier list part 2.
Cool. I'll be
The
right
average
back.
I would like to mention you know what's really funny? The average view duration on that episode is 59 seconds. With 4 views. What's even funnier is Aku's episode has 3 views, which is funny because he promoted it. And the average view duration on that episode is 6 seconds. So Aku
God.
was not that popular.
Sorry, Aku.
It's because you make FNF mods. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We have our watch
Sad but
time.
true.
We have 21 views in the last 28 days. 2.4 hours of watch time in the past 28 days. So that's cool. We do have we're doing well, question mark. Let's see. What's content? 488 impressions, which is apparently 91% less than the previous day, 28 days. So we've got some 488 impressions, only 14 views from those impressions, and 1.65 hours from those views. We're awesome. So we're doing.
Our podcast is going up in the world. I mean, hey, we have more than one of you sometimes.
Yeah. We only have one single dislike in the entirety of our channel.
Oh, we're so proud. Wait, on which video?
On the episode 25.
Oh, do you think it was that guy?
You know what? Maybe.
Do you think he knew what we were gonna do? Do you think he saw the future? Or I don't know.
He have commented on
if it's
episode 20 though.
Or they, I guess. I don't know if it's girl or
They
a
commented
guy
on
or
episode
someone
20.
else.
River was the one who commented on it. River, did you dislike our video?
Why would you do that, River?
Because it's to promote the algorithm. It's to
Yeah, dislikes definitely promote. We have a 50% like to dislike ratio because there's one like and one dislike.
It was all a part of my ingenious plan to get the algorithm on our side.
I don't think the
It's
algorithm
spelled
will ever be on
backwards,
our
and it's
side.
funny.
Shut up.
What? It's funny.
What's funny?
Coffee
face?
spelled backwards.
No! Shush.
But it's
Yeah.
Be
funny.
quiet. No.
We have 7 unique viewers in our
Entire history.
no in past 28 days.
Wow, that's actually a lot if you think about it. Like, there are more than 28 people in my room right now.
Oh shit. That okay. I like how but our my statistics, my YouTube statistics says that 0.4 of you are not subscribed to the channel. So
How many are?
it's do the math. There's only 2 categories: subscribed and not subscribed.
I am drinking the meanest
It's
tomato juice right now.
because it's
Yeah. You
Good.
have fun with that.
good for
Gem.
you. Because the subscribe not subscribe percentage
Saw.
is
Thing.
is apparently not based on views. It's based on watch time. So 99.6% of our watch time comes from people who are subscribed, which makes sense.
Yeah, that
um,
makes sense.
But
My first thought was that it was. I mean, I guess the people who are subscribed are really watching more than 1 minute sometimes.
yeah, I'm assuming because like we have people in the FFE that listen to it because they know us. I'm sure anyone who's coming on randomly don't really watch because there's grab
nothing for
outside
them.
of us.
The only way I can picture. The only way I can
I think
picture
that we are a
someone.
pretty good selling point.
The only way I can picture someone coming in, like a total random, just coming in, is there's like a site that recommends people videos with 0 views. That's the only way I can picture that. Just someone clicking onto it because
Hey,
they were on that website.
if by complete random bullshit chance that you watched this far and came here from a site that
Comment
gives
down
you
below.
Let me finish first.
I'm
Damn.
sorry. I
Type
was
one.
trying to predict what you were gonna say.
Well, don't predict. It's less fun now. Now it doesn't matter what I say because
Was I right?
you ruined me.
Oh, okay. I'm
You
sorry.
ruined me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
we are we have been ruined.
Okay.
Editor, Subway Surfer.
Quick, Subway Surfers.
That should be like. I like how the editor, Amber, you are technically the editor, but you do not
Editor.
edit.
Edited.
The editor is I'm the person on the podcast, and an editor is me off the podcast. Like
You'd have to say future
Redditor.
Amber.
YouTubers do that sometimes.
editor.
It
Edit
disturbs
that.
me.
Editor. Insert Subway Surfers, jingling keys, and anything else. Put a bunch of like bright colors. Put Cocoa Melon on.
Ew.
That'll
Cocomelon
hold
Well,
attention.
I don't know how to describe
Disturbs
this,
and
but do you know that
alludes
little
me.
toy with the little rubber bumps, and then you push them as fast as you can?
Editor.
No.
It's a-
Brown note.
It's a fidget toy. It's basically it'll light up like around the edges, and when the game starts, when all the rubber bumps go up, and then you push down on the little rubber bumps like as fast as
Yes,
you
I
can.
do know what you were talking about now.
And anywho, we need footage of that fidget toy.
I
Can we
don't
get
like those. They're not very fun to fidget with.
Hmm.
I have observed one because it was in a teacher's classroom. I feel nothing when I look at them. There was a transgender. No, sorry, it was the counselor's office because they have the transgender Among Us puppet in the counselor's office.
Transgender Among Us?
That is not a joke. It is an Among Us
know,
puppet in the transgender
It's so funny.
color
It's such a funny concept to think of.
in my school counselor's office.
My dog's scared.
Are the transgender Among Us puppet?
No, I was because I put the mic in a different spot, so it's close to my bed. He was sniffing it, and I put it close to him as to like, go on, say something, and then he just backed off because I don't think he knows what he doesn't know what a mic is, so he got scared.
My dog is also scared of everything that moves and breathes. Not actually. He's not scared. He's just stupid. He is the stupidest creature alive, I think.
Oh, my dog is very dumb too. I give him a nickname, Loco, which just means crazy in
Loco.
English.
I do know
Yeah.
that. That reminds me of my sister's Spanish cards. She's learning Spanish for school. It's like loco. It's like a bit stupid, not too smart.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's just something about it. It was. I'll send a picture. It was like a very interesting way to teach Spanish using emojis. I don't trust them. I don't like emojis very much. Anyways, what were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing. My phone.
All right, good things to say.
Have you ever thought about the sorry, all I can think about
All you can
Desert
think
hole
about
pupfish?
is
Devil's hole pupfish?
okay.
Have you ever thought about them?
No.
Loser. Just kidding. You're not a loser, Amber. I don't think you're a loser.
Wow. Okay.
I know that Fia thinks that I'm a loser.
And she would not take it back.
I would not take it back. Sorry, that was the
Alright,
only
so-
conversation starter I could think of.
Well, I guess I'll just
Fair.
go kill myself.
You know, you know,
Please don't.
I wanna. There was something that I remembered happened recently that I wanna bring
Share?
up because it's interesting. I forget if I know I've brought it up at some point to some people, but I'm pretty sure I haven't brought it up to anyone here. Though, if you have heard it, don't say anything because will be explaining it. But so this was a while ago. I want to
I think I
say.
know what you may be talking about. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just saying.
Wait, hold on. What are we talking about?
Something that happened to me, like a point in
Oh.
time. So,
Oh, okay, never mind.
all right. So this happened. I want to say around 2021. Where this was back during my FNF era. This was even before I became a mod for the subreddit. So this is a while. Um, this is so long ago, like 3 or 4 years, forever. But so I came across this. This is back when like mid-fight masses was popular. And I was scrolling on the Reddit. I would sort by new.
The Reddit.
Yeah.
The Reddit.
The FNF Reddit subreddit, and I would
I
sort
just
by,
like how you said that.
I like what I would do a lot was I would go on there and sort by new and just look at whatever was going on because I was on Reddit
I
a
used
fair
to do
bit.
that as well. Hey.
And so I came across this post where like someone had made like a throwaway account, and they made like a throwaway account and they posted like this fucking like image with this long ass ramble about it was this long ass. Sorry, my mom is yelling about something in the other room out of excitement, I think, but I don't know.
That's good. I think I heard it actually.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Mom. But they posted like this image of this long ramble about they where do I even start? They were someone that shipped for some reason, I don't know why, like they had like this weird ship that they were like really into between Ruv from Midfight Masses and Witty.
I think I remember this post actually.
Do you remember the post?
Yes.
Wow, okay. But I saw that post. So they made like this big ass ramble of like about this ship and how people were like, I don't know, disrespecting it or something. And like I remember the only other comment on there at the time I think was like someone being like, "Bro, you're okay." Like and I remember I commented on it. I forget exactly what I said. It's been so long since it's happened. But I think just something like, you know, it's I mean, you know, just some general thing like, you know, do what you want. Like you ship your shit, whatever. And I think like them they were like, "Oh my god, thank you for like being normal" or something to that effect. And so they were like, "Hey, we should talk more" or something. I don't remember the exact line of what happened, but it ended up in them inviting me to this Discord server they had, and I was like, there was a lot about this. So it was a server of them and like their, it was a server of them and a few of their like close friends. It had a fair amount of people in it, like not like a large amount, but I want to say like maybe 15, 20-ish at the time that I was in there. But there was like this thing that would happen, like it was, I don't even know how to explain it. They had like a bunch of people that I guess they trusted, and so I was in there now because I said something.
It's normal in their words.
Yeah,
not mine.
Well, I don't know if that's what they said. That was me paraphrasing. it's like I said, it's been a while. I don't remember all the details, but they had this they had the server, and then I was in it, and like there was a lot of time that this person would spend on VC. Like it was them and I don't know their boyfriend or something, and then a few other, and then one particularly close friend that they had, and then maybe a couple other people. But they would be in VC for hours on end, and like also straight up just fall asleep in VC and just wake up in VC. Like it was something. But so I was in there, and then at some point um they DM me and say like, "Oh, I got rid of that server. Here's a new one," and and like it was confusing, and the reason why was because I guess one of their friends they had like some I don't know some sort of disagreement or whatever, and so they kind of like that I feel like they had like some bad trust issues because they kind of like if someone would go against them they would freak out and then delete the server, make a new one, and invite only the people that they knew they could still trust, or at least they felt like they could still trust. um and this happened a few times, um where someone would disagree with them, or something would they would have some sort of thing that goes on, and then they would freak out, delete the server, re-invite the people that they could trust. And another thing was that I did go into VC with them a couple times. So I did, but the thing was that there was this weird thing they had also where I would go into VC, but they would be like, no, don't unmute yet. I don't later. You can like they wouldn't want me to unmute and actually talk until I guess I don't know they were comfortable or something. Uh, so that was a thing, and like the couple of times that I actually went to VC, I had to stay muted by their request. Um, and I was fine with I was fine with being muted, but like I also was like I was I kind of felt like I kind of wanted to unmute just to say something, but I really couldn't. And then there was at one point where server gets deleted because of someone, and then they reinvite everyone, and I was in there and I was in VC with them, and I was like, and they were talking about like the person that had caused this recent server reboot, this week's episode of the server reboot, and they and like I mentioned like I brought up like, oh, what if I what if I what like what if I just message them. Also, I would like to mention something else. Not only would they delete the server, they would delete their account and make a new one, like their
Wow.
entire account. They would delete their account, make a new one, send out friend requests, and invite and make a new server, and then add everyone to that. It was ridiculous levels of like paranoia, I think.
Hmm.
And so, but anyway, in this VC, I was so they had split off from this person, and so I was like, hey, what if I, like maybe I could DM them, ask them what was going on, and they were like, sure, if I guess you can if you want to. And then I think the next I DM'd them on Twitter because I didn't have them on Discord. Next day, I noticed the server's gone, so I can't message them obviously because every time the server's gone, they delete their account. So but I messaged one of their close friends, and I'm like, hey, server got deleted. Did they make a new one? Come to find out, I was blocked, which meant that I was the one that they probably didn't trust. So that was and then eventually the person DM'd me back on Twitter talking about like what happened. I didn't respond because there was no point. And that whole experience was just so strange because it's like it's clear that this person had, like, very obvious issues. Definitely in hindsight, I didn't really think too much about it at the time because I was like 15 and stupid. But or like, and I didn't really consider stuff like that. But it was like looking back on it, with this level of hindsight, it's like, yeah, they definitely had some major trust issues. Like, even like it, like some, like they would going so far as to delete your account and to make a new one every single time that you had some sort of like sometimes it just like they always felt like the people around them were out to get them. Like these people that had disagreed with them were just like trying to stalk them or be around them. Like they had some sort of thing with that. And like, I'm not trying to make fun of them for it or like say that they were a bad person because of it. Like I just think that they had their own problems. And also the whole thing of staying in VC for so long and like staying in VC and straight up just falling asleep in VC with their significant other. And I'm pretty sure they would stay on VC like day round. Like I don't know if
Wow.
they even had a job or anything. I'm pretty sure they were out of school. Like they were over 18. But as far as I know, they didn't have a job, and so it was an interesting time that I was interesting people that I was with for some time. Definitely better that I didn't stick around. Like I probably would have, and for like if I was ever reinvited. But my assumption is that because I DM'd them, they figured that I would, I don't know, be against them also or something. I never got an answer, and I guess it'll remain that way because no way I'm gonna find them ever again. Not that I want to, but that's there you go. That's your recount of a weird thing that happened a while ago.
I only had more Discord stories to tell like that.
I have plenty, actually.
Yeah, I feel like I have a fair amount, just by virtue of the position that I've been in, but like I'd have to remember them. I have plenty of because along with being a subreddit mod, I have plenty of subreddit Discord server stories because that was a time. I'm sure Fia knows some of them.
Mhm.
Because I remember the time that Fia was originally a mod on the server, and then
And that was really cool. And then they kicked me off because
I
I was
cannot-
15.
Yeah, no, they kicked you off because you were 14.
No, I was 14. Sorry.
Yeah, they said
I needed to be
they
15.
wanted, yeah, because they
I was
cleared out
really
anyone
hurt.
under 15.
I was actually really hurt because that's just
Yeah.
how I am. But don't worry,
They
I got over it.
Yeah, because the thing was is that they literally did not tell her why.
Yeah, that's the problem. That was what it was. I was just
I had to
like, it
find
made
out
me
for
so
her.
I was so terrified that I had done like, yeah, stuff like that is just like I okay, so honestly, like I have this stupid ass thing with my brain called rejection sensitive dysphoria that's actually like a real condition. Which, you know, that image of the guy that's like gets criticized once, fucking dies.
Yeah.
It's like that if it was a real medical condition. Like it's like a symptom of ADHD that actually really sucks a lot. Like to be like just being like honest, like, you know, not joking around for a bit. Like sometimes when I ask people questions, I'm scared to open like that. I'm scared like to ask people questions or to like check answers to questions in case like just because I'm scared that they will be like respond negatively to my general existence. Like, yeah, can be it's like it sucks. I hate it, but it's really difficult to talk about because like whenever I talk about it, it always makes it just sound like I don't like being criticized. Oh, did someone leave?
No.
Oh, I just heard a Discord sound effect. Sorry.
Hmm.
That's why I always have to explain it because, you know, and so and stuff like that, like when things like that happen, it really like triggers it very badly because I automatically assume that something I had done something wrong, or that like you know something like that happened. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
nobody told me, and I really I don't know, like I was really stressed out about it. Amber knows. Sorry for bothering you about that, Amber. That was wild.
It's fine.
Like the lack of communication, and then I became a subreddit mod, and I basically just was a server mod, but again,
Yeah, the funny thing about that was we had so when we sent out applications for submod, and for the one that you applied for, um, there was like a whole thing where so me and another mod who's not a mod anymore and hasn't been for some time, some guy that just went by Kane. Um,
I vaguely remember that name. Yes.
yeah, he worked on the cloud mod. Fun fact, if
Oh,
any of you
cool.
remember that.
Oh my god,
They
how could I
got up with
forget?
that.
How could I?
What's funny is I was in the dev server for that mod. Because what happened was I had a point. I'll get to the other story in a second, but I had a time where I would if a mod looked interesting, I would opt to join it as a programmer, because
Just
I
to
worked
keep
in
tabs on it,
no, as a programmer, because
or to
I worked
Oh yeah,
on
that makes sense.
I had done some I had done some mod code editing of stuff before, so I couldn't add anything complex. But I would go on as
Help
I would
out
offer to
or
join in as
something.
like a base level coder, and if I needed to learn something, I could. But the thing about that mod was that I offer when the thing was put out to help make the mod, I offered to join on, and I did. The thing was that I was never really given anything, so I never ended up doing anything for it. Uh, I was so like I net so I'm not so like I was in the dev server, but I never did anything for the mod, so nothing. So it didn't really matter too much. But hey, I got to see a bunch of behind the scenes things, and I remember that there was a point in time where I'm probably not in the group chat anymore, but there was a group chat that was made for yeah. I actually am still in it, funnily enough.
Ah.
But there was like a point in time where I don't know, there was some sort of like arguing between I don't know, some of the members where like one of them split off to there was there was one member that was meant to that joined in for development, but they got kind of like pissy about something or other, so they created this group chat to make I don't know, this fucking petty ass uh spin off of
Return mod?
rip off
Ah.
of Cloud that they just called Rain, Raine.
I remember that. I feel like I remember something that adjacent.
Yeah, but they made they did that, and then and that was a whole thing that happened. But back to that's Cloud. Back to the mod story.
Back
So
to Sky.
Me and Kane were going over the submod applications, and a lot of them were
Oh, no.
bad. That's what you'll get when you have a bunch of applications from people that are like 13. And I think so. We chose one or two that were really good, and a few others that were okay, because the rest were pretty shit. And so, and obviously Fia was on that list of people.
Yay! I'm fine.
And so we were like, we'll just add them, because that's a decent enough amount to get, and then we'll go from there. And those and so what happened was, so
Oh no.
Pale sees the list and notices Fia, and
No.
DMs, and so this was a time that I think you experienced but didn't know what was going on. So you were added as so you and everyone else was added as a submod and given the role in the server. Pale apparently wasn't too happy with you being added as submod and removed your role.
Oh, I remember that vaguely.
Yeah, and I had to DM her and be like, it's it like why'd you do that? And I kind of was like, she'll be fine. It's not she's not gonna like do anything bad to the like I had to be
Thanks,
like
Amber. Oh.
I vouched for Fia, and that was so she would be added, and so I had to do that. Pale was, if we want to talk about subreddit stories, Pale is a subreddit story in and of herself.
I will say that.
Hmm?
I will say I don't know if anything had gone on. Like I basically, like, after Splatoon 3 released, I looked at Friday Night Funkin' and I went, no, I have this now. Like, unironically, Splatoon releasing was basically like me going, goodbye, Friday Night Funkin'. I don't really care anymore, and I just kind of tuned it out. But I do know that Pale and I we're cool now. I hope, I think. Like, I'm pretty. We're mutuals on Twitter. I'm pretty sure we're cool now.
Yeah. I know Pale still. I think Pale still follows me. I still follow Pale.
Once I posted something about seeing a Homestuck book in a store, and she
said something
replied
about
to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd have to check if Pale is still following me, but I know that I'm still following Pale. I'm pretty sure she still is. But yeah, Pale's a whole story in and of herself because the whole thing about her was that she owned the subreddit while Pseudo, at the time called Spook, owned the Discord server. And so a lot of what happened was generally Pale was what'd you say, Jim?
I haven't
say
said
something?
anything.
I heard something from your microphone.
No, I didn't.
No.
That's odd.
Oh, I know. Hold on. Okay, let me mute. Hold on.
Okay. But yeah, so what okay, yeah, Pale does follow me. So there's that. But what would generally happen is Pale, to put it bluntly, Pale at the time was pretty immature, which all of us were, because a lot of us were not above the age of 18.
Yeah,
which is funny because you have this dynamic of a bunch of the moderators and submods for the Friday Night Funkin' subreddit and the Discord server were all under the age of 18, and then you just had Pseudo, who was like a grown adult in the military.
Yes,
it was an interesting dynamic of children and a military adult.
Yeah, that was very funny.
But basically what would generally happen is
Wait, I forgot I was muted. Hold on. Wait, Pseudo's the guy with the black and white thing, right?
Yeah,
the mouse. Yeah, the mouse.
He's a grown full man from the military.
Yeah,
yep.
he's in the military. He's in the Marines.
I did not perceive him as that.
No,
yeah,
you would not believe it from the way he acts, but he is. He would talk.
For the longest time, I thought that he was doing a bit.
Yeah,
I genuinely thought that he was just doing, like, he would mention it from time to time, and I always assumed that he was just doing some elaborate bit. And then he like mentioned offhand, oh yeah, I went to Texas to do some military thing. He didn't that I'm paraphrasing, and my mind was just blown because I was like, oh, this guy's actually for real.
Yeah, anytime I saw him interact in the server, anytime I was there, I just thought he was like some middle schooler putting up like a bit, and he was like 17 years old.
Yeah, I would not have. I knew he was an adult, but I don't know. If I did not know, I would probably think he was like maybe 18.
Yeah, like he like shit posts and does elaborate bits so much that you would not suspect anything, but he is actually like I think he's over 20 in the military. Like he is
Oh my god!
like
He's older than River.
I know, right? That's old.
like dang.
I'm sorry. Hang on. I'm sorry. Older than me?
I don't know.
Imagine?
I don't know because
Imagine.
you're 23. I don't know what age. I think he's at least around your age. He
Yeah.
I know I know he's old. He's over 20, but I don't know exactly what he is. Especially at this point in time, he's definitely over 20. But he's yeah. So he's been in the military since since I was there, and but that's pseudo is a different topic. I'm talking about Pale. But what would happen with Pale? Like I mentioned, she owned the subreddit. Pseudo owned the Discord server, and a lot of times she would, like, at the time Pale was very immature and tended to kind of get easily upset about things. And so like she would do something rash, and all of us would have to be like, Pale, you don't do that. And so there would be certain times where
I'm sorry. You make it sound like you have to grab a spray bottle like every time something bad happens. Like, no, don't do that.
yeah, I mean sometimes it was like that, but like there'd be plenty of times where something would happen on the Discord server that Pale would think is like bullshit or something, and so she would like throw a fit, and then like no, what would generally happen was Pale would do something kind of as like an abuse of power, and Pseudo would be like, okay, let's, like take away admin, put you down to just a normal moderator, and like it didn't really fucking matter because the only difference between the two
His title,
was
basically, right?
pretty much like no, like admins didn't have any more say in the rules or any changes than mods did, and they both could ban, they both could do all this thing. The only thing was like,
I have a question. Was this because of like just infighting in the server?
Most of
Or,
the
like,
problem, there was
Yeah.
a lot of infighting in the server.
I was gonna say, is it also because of hijinks? Because like this was around
No,
that time
hijinks
as
was
well.
never really influenced us. It was only us that influenced us. Hijinks is a
Okay.
Hijinks is a whole
Hijinks
nother...
is like a
Yeah, because
it's
hijinks...
I know that they
hijinks-
started being annoying because after they got banned for the 7th time and made a Discord server.
Yeah, because the thing about hijinks is that hijinks was created because they felt that the moderation was unfair on the main sub, so they created their own separate sub to do FNF stuff without the rules of the main sub. But then it just kind of turned into like a main sub hate club.
yeah, it was so bizarre.
Yeah, and then it kind of devolved over time to like attract all these kind of shitty people. And the owner, whose name was Lointmoint.
Oh god,
Ah,
oh god,
that name rings a
back
bell.
memories.
Yeah.
That name rings a bell.
Yeah, so there were like, I remember at the time he would have a lot of talks with Pseudo about like various things, and they would try to come to like some sort of truce, but it would never really happen. I remember there was this whole time where Loint threatened to like release like our like addresses or like personal, like dox us basically. He couldn't do anything. Like he was just Pseudo was like, he's not gonna do shit. But some of like the sub mods were like, or other moderators were, like freaking out, like, I don't want to. I'm so scared. I don't want to. I don't want to get my location revealed. I'll feel like, and stuff like that. But he didn't do anything.
Of course he didn't. I
remember...
don't think he could if he even actually wanted to.
Yeah, and definitely there was like but yeah, a lot of hijinks didn't really cause too much craziness. It was just like generally in the server we would just be like, hijinks again doing their bullshit. Like that was generally what happened.
It's crazy to think that you guys had a Wario.
We did
That
have
was
a
basically a
Wario.
Wario.
That is what.
I never even thought about it that way, but that's so true, actually.
Yeah, like we had the pseudo Mario and the Loint Wario and
Yeah.
and the fucking yeah. But Hijinks was a mess, and everything to do with that was like sometimes that like their members would come in, and usually they would very quickly be banned for one reason or another.
And then they would complain about how they were banned unfairly.
Yeah.
It's like I broke, like it was so much of like they would break the rules and then they would get banned and then they would complain on hijinks about how it was unfair that they got banned for breaking the rules. It was like an endless cycle. Ouroboros is not that.
Yeah, it was a tough time.
It was a time.
Yeah, it was a time. But like I said, most of the general like problems that happened in the server was between like the members.
It was interpersonal and not outer.
A lot of
outer
like
personal.
there would be times where like Pale would like warn or ban someone for her own personal reasons, and then we'd be like, Pale, don't do that. We gotta, we've got these. We gotta stick to the rules. You can't just do whatever you want. And she would get pissy and like she would argue and like she would like get demoted down to mod or something, and then she would like throw a fit and be like and then like lament about how the servers like the server is terrible and she's gonna make her own. But really it was like there was like times where she would reach out to me and be like, hey, remove all the Discord links on the subreddit. We're disconnecting from them. And like, really? Why? Because like the thing is that I was co-owner of the subreddit, so she would come to me for any like some changes like that. And I remember there was even a point in time where she got so upset with I think me and just generally everything that I was removed as submod until she calmed down and re-added me. And there was a lot of things. She's better now. I think she's a lot calmer. I think because like everyone who was a mod has that like it's a timeline of immaturity as a mod and then calming down and being generally more mature nowadays. It's a general pipeline for anyone who wasn't already an adult. Like Pseudo's mostly the same. I know I think he's generally more he generally became more conflict avoidant as time went on. He's mostly stayed pretty similar to how he was because he was a full-grown adult then, he's a full-grown adult now. I know Toomey, who is another
yeah, I remember.
You remember Toomey.
I'm sorry, this is like flipping through a high school yearbook when you're an adult, I assume.
It is.
I assume that's what it's like.
But Toomey was an adult. At the time, younger adult than Pseudo, but an adult nonetheless. And I know that Lazo was.
Oh.
Huh?
That is also no. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, Lazo still sticks around, but he's doing whatever. You know what was funny was Lazo is a trans guy. But the funniest thing was he added like at some point during Pride Month a couple years back, we had Pride roles for like transgender roles and bisexual.
I remember
roles
that
and all that.
I remember that.
Yeah, eventually I think Pseudo got rid of them because they were pointless. Because we kept them past Pride Month but he removed them because it's like just put them in your bio or whatever. Use that kind of thing. And especially we had pronoun roles, and I think those were also removed. And they have more of a reason to be removed because there's a pronoun section in Discord by default now. So.
But I will say that not everybody knows that, so I feel like pronoun roles are more useful because I've seen most people I know don't actually use that. So I think pronoun roles are actually more helpful than
I mean
they may seem.
It's still
No,
I
I get the point. I'm just like I'm just adding my piece.
Yeah, but yeah, so but Toomey or not Toomey, Lazo like put on the transgender role, and everyone like literally like everyone in the subreddit staff chats was like, "You're trans? What?" Like we all thought that he was a cis guy. Like none of us, not even Pseudo, who is longtime friends with Lazo, even Pseudo was surprised. Like none of us knew, and Lazo was like, "How did you not know?" Like we were all so caught off guard by the fact of finding out that Lazo was not cis.
Good for
So that
him.
was something. And he, but yeah, and then other mods, the ones that have like stuck around. Let me check the fucking member list and see what's there.
You know what? I'm proud of myself for not doing anything too stupid. I don't
Yeah.
think I did anything too stupid.
Yeah, I don't think you did anything too stupid. I know that. I think you were one of the least conflicted, like active mods.
I think the most conflicting thing that happened was the fact that the only thing that has not actually, you could say that this is like, I was very staunchly, I still am. I think, you know what? No, I think since then I've actually, like, you could say that, like, I have become even more anti-capitalist. But I talked about it a lot, and people got really put up sick of it.
Yeah.
And that was like the only drama I caused, but I didn't care. And can I tell you what? Maybe it's a sign that I haven't gone through my character arc. I would do it again. I don't regret it.
Yeah. Also, I'm looking at rules. So
sorry, really quickly, can I just take like a 5-minute break because I need to go get some milk?
all right, go
Okay.
ahead.
And
You want us?
by the way, since we're talking about the subreddit era, can I just say I don't interact. I didn't interact much with any of the people you mentioned. The one I've interacted with was only Kale.
Because you worked on the mod.
Yeah, I did. It worked. It is a heavy word. I did like a few things, and that was it.
A few art pieces, and that all.
Yeah.
Hello.
But I remember I do have like one that I don't think I've said. One time I drew something, and it was like a was it like a triple trouble like cover, but with like uh characters from the FOV, and I thought it was cool and I liked it. And I posted it, and it had a little bit of blood on it, and I remember I was like, okay, oh, this is one of my better works, and it's something that people saw already. I'm gonna get some upvotes hopefully, and then like I post it, not even that later, it gets marked NSFW, and then I want to cry, and it got barely anything.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably some mod marked it NSFW just because it had blood, but whatever. Nowadays, I don't really care.
Yeah, I know that.
I think the only recent thing that's happened with me with that subreddit, and I think it happened so recently that we discussed it on the podcast, was that one guy that randomly decided a year after I removed. I will say, I said this last time, but I did actually take it down incorrectly, and I do feel bad about that. But it took him a year and he just kind of swore vengeance on me. Remember?
I'll
Yeah.
get you one day.
Yeah, the one time where he just swore. It was so bizarre. He just kind of swore vengeance on me, and there was this like whole thing where I mentioned as a little jokey thing that he called me like he instead of she or they, and so I like made a little joke, and then like then people like got it confused and thought that I was upset because he called me he or something instead of the fact that he swore revenge on me for a post that I can't stress this enough. At that point I had taken down a year ago. It was so funny. It was, or like a less funny thing that happened was one guy that like I took a post down, or I like banned him for a bit because he like said, I think he said the F slur, and then he asked me out on a date, and I blocked him. I didn't even reply. I just blocked him.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello. Welcome back. I'm also one thing I want to point to is I was looking at the roles for the subreddit server, and
Oh gosh,
out of
what has
the
happened now?
no, so like our remaining mod team is for admins. There's me, Sudo, Toomey, and Stove. Um, and then for moderators, there is Pale and NTO. Or Chem, I guess I should call him.
By the
And then we have
Okay,
four
continue.
submods, which is me, Pale, Fia, and
I like how I'm
Cheesy
still
Easy.
counted. You know, I don't.
Wait,
Please do not remove
so-
me just for like. I think it's funny if I'm still there, just as like a
wait,
historical.
wait. So
Mark.
who even moderates the subreddit anymore?
I don't know. Probably Pale every
I d-
now and then. Cause you
Ah.
know what? Let me open up
I wonder
Reddit
if
and
people-
check mod
I
activity
wonder
on the
if people are
subreddit.
I think that I think I predicted this a while ago, but and I was right. But I think that people kind of calmed down after a while.
Yeah.
Like in the subreddit, I don't know if I must have told you or said this in like on the Reddit itself, but I think I said that like after a while everything would calm down and people would be more normal. You know, after they moved on to some new thing the internet moved on to some new thing to make into a weird trend.
Not even
And-
Pale is doing anything. Literally the past few things that were actually done by a moderator and not by the auto mod or Reddit itself was from B-side Roses is Godly.
Oh my god!
Oh, I remember that guy.
I know them. Oh yes, I would like to share the little tidbit that I every time I think about it, I just think about the fact that I know that Amber, you had a general reputation for being, and I quote, the only good mod.
That that
Can I
was
just
a
say-
reputation I earned.
Can I just say,
job,
from an
Amber.
outsider's perspective, Amber, you were scary. You were
Oh, wait, what?
menacing.
I was.
I don't know. I just find you menacing. It's like the mod that bans everything in like
What?
actually I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but like you know that all the other mods were kind of a little bit more laid back. You were like you ruled with the iron fist, and you said this breaks the rules. Okay, we get it out of here. That's why I always was like.
I mean,
Man, she's
I think
scary.
I think that happened by virtue of me being one of the most active mods at the time.
Yeah, that's
uh,
probably why.
Because
Yeah, I was pretty
would-
active too, but I felt like I often got a bit confused about things to do because after a while I was like, the thing was that I was scared of Pale. That's what it
Understandable.
was. Like I was scared of being too active because like for a while I knew that I think actually at one point Pale reached out to me in DMs and we made up. But like don't quote me on that. Like I feel like that happened, but I might be misremembering it or conflating it with something else. But for a while I was extremely, extremely scared of like the fact that Pale did not want me there and that Pale would definitely remove me if she found an excuse. And so I was kind of very cautious about what I did. And then like towards the end of me being active, I kind of didn't do that as much. But yeah, I will say that's why sorry,
Yeah,
I just wanted to share that tidbit of
No, that's fair.
information.
I definitely have like I definitely had the reputation of being, but like, like I said, by virtue of being the most active, I generally had the reputation, and also I generally made all the mod announcement posts as well. So
True.
like I did a lot of I generally did a lot of the heavy lifting and a lot of the general work around just because I don't know, I just had no life at the time, I guess, because I just focused a lot of
I mean,
time
to
in
be
the
fair,
subreddit.
all of this was, I think a lot of the bizarreness can actually be traced back to the fact that the pandemic was going on.
Yeah, the only
And
reason
unironically,
I ever
think that
you know
could
what?
be
You know what's
it.
funny? The entire I think the driving factor behind why I became a mod in the first place was I would be scrolling around on I'd be scrolling around on the subreddit, and I would sort by new and scroll through whatever posts. Generally, I would see pretty much any post that would come up. But I remember I came across a few of Pale's posts where she was asking for she was asking for like icons from a specific mod uh, for flare user flare reasons, and every time I would go there and comment and get it, hand her the icons, and I did that enough to the point where she just started like DMing me on Reddit to ask me for them, because I would be the one that would reply every time, and and then I did that like a few times with different things, and then come a bit later, there was mod applications. I was like, hey, you know what? Sure, I'll sign up. Why not? And I ended up getting accepted, and I feel like that was partially because of the help I did. I feel like if nothing else, like if I did nothing else, I probably would have less of a chance. But I think just the fact that I did that was the thing that pushed me over the edge and got me in. And it was interesting when I first got in. It was so much different because it felt like so there. It was so like it's such a different place. It was a completely different era when I joined in. It like because I kind of there was this era of the Discord server, where I kind of joined in towards the end of it, and so there because that was back when Tanapo was a mod. Was when I joined
remember
in.
that.
And I and then that kind of ended soon after I got there, and then later on was all the other stuff. There was this whole 4chan era, which I was never a fan of.
Yeah, yep, that was
back when the
anything
VTAN
with
mod released. There was
Oh,
a whole
gosh.
4chan phase.
I do not like that very much. Like, I feel like we should stop normalizing 4chan. We should put it into a trash can.
Yeah.
If it would only be so easy to do that.
Yeah.
And I feel like people are really dismissive of the fact that 4chan is a horrible and potentially dangerous place. And like I know that sounds like very overdramatic, but I mean it. Like people really just like are like 4chan will bully someone into killing themselves. People will be like, "Yep, that's 4chan."
Classic 4chan.
But like, I don't think that we should have normalized that. I think we should have killed 4chan while we still have the chance.
Yeah.
Also, QAnon kind of spun off from it, which technically means that the January 6th, we can trace that back to 4chan. That's an over-exact. I know that that's basically a joke. That's a joke, mostly, kind of. What I'm saying is that it's still this. It harbors dangerous activities, and it's just like just because you can make a place where anyone can say anything doesn't make you doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, I think the 4chan era of the Friday Night Funkin' subreddit is the marker of probably. I'm not sure if it's the worst era, but definitely is up there.
I think it is. It's probably
like that was. I think the time that was a roller coaster of a time with the shit that happened. I remember there was a whole bunch of stuff where you had like VTAN stickers and shit, and there was a whole thing about, but that one comes from the CP comic, in one of the stickers.
Yeah, I kind of, I don't think that I think that was a valid.
I think that was a valid complaint.
I feel like I vaguely remember that. I kind of feel like it was treated too lightly because I feel like that's a very valid thing to criticize about something.
Yeah, I think I definitely feel like I definitely feel like that. It's funny because that era of because the 4chan era kind of like was the uh it had fucking um I forget I don't remember what he goes by now. What's his I still have him friended on Discord. Let me check. Space Nautica. He still goes by that now.
Oh wow, I
Um,
know that. Yeah, I know that. I don't know that name.
Yeah, but Space Nautica, he back during the 4chan era was one of the biggest ones into it because he used 4chan. And
I don't trust anyone who uses 4chan.
yeah, I mean, like, he doesn't anymore. He
I can assume that he became more normal.
So
Just like
yeah,
that.
what happened to him was he kind of so he was a trans guy, still is, obviously.
I can say that. Like,
but he's a trans.
I love the word.
Hmm?
I know. I find it funny that you worded it like that. You worded it like it was in past. Like the story is in past tense, but the way you worded it makes me think that like, oh yeah, he was a trans guy, but then he became a cis guy somehow.
We were trans, but now we're cis. Uh, but yeah, so trans guy and on 4chan, terrible combination for starters.
Oh god.
And there was an interesting point. So he was big into the, like, not to. On one hand, I don't want to like bring up his past because I know he obviously doesn't really like that era of him, but also no one's
It's
gonna see
important
this.
context. And yeah, no, something I've been thinking throughout this entire like conversation was like, God, I hope nobody hears, nobody who is a part of this conversation ever sees this ever.
I don't have any, like, aside from you, I have no lasting friends that I really talk to from from the server era. I don't
either, but I am glad. I for one, I am very glad that I continue to be your friend.
Yeah.
Personally,
It's always the one person that sticks with you after. That's the same thing with me and Soul. Like from my old friend group, I only have Soul, was the only one I keep on talking to. Out of like, well, we had like a group of 19 people.
Yeah.
and being, makes me happy that we, yeah.
Yeah.
Not to get sappy for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Emotions. Evil.
yeah, so I guess technically you and one other person kind of, but that's a different story. But anyway, 4chan era, Space Nautica. So he was really into that era. He kind of did a lot of the 4chan stuff around there. I remember his profile picture at the time was VTan. But and he kind of was in that, and I think at some point he had this thing where he detransitioned and then retransitioned later, which was a whole nother thing. But he definitely has had the biggest change, I'd say, from subreddit time to now. I'm pretty sure, I don't think he's even in the server anymore.
Good for him.
He's definitely not a mod of any kind. He was a sub mod at some point, but isn't anymore. And he kind of like left for a time, and I think came back to be a sub mod, and like again after all his 4chan time was over, and he wasn't really into that shit anymore.
He got normal.
Yeah, and nowadays he's definitely not into that stuff. He kind of just focuses on his incredible hyperfixations and does that. I still follow him on Twitter.
That's living the life, really.
Yeah, I think right now, well, what does it say in his bio? Right, because there was a point in time where after, I think it was Mario's Madness or whatever came out, that he like hard he was like obsessed with what's his name? Isn't it just Mr. Nintendo from Unbeatable?
Oh yeah! I
Oh,
on
oh,
not
was
on
it-
the mod. When I was very small, when I was like, third grade, I hyperfixated on the ad that he was based off of.
oh, what was his? Well, his name. What was it?
I
Mr.
thought
Sis.
Mr. System, that was it.
Yeah, Mr. System.
I
Uh,
didn't. We are Nintendo. You cannot beat us.
yeah.
Yeah. I kept seeing art of him on my timeline. So who knows? Maybe I am following him. Whatever. But I remember seeing that mod come out and being like, oh, because nobody will ever understand the like emotional reaction I like the no, emotion, not even like of an emotion that is describable, because how are you supposed to explain to somebody that you hyperfixated on an ad that's like a minute long? There was just something about it that was so incredible to me, and I watched it over and over again, and I forced everybody in my vicinity to watch it, and everybody was like, Thea, this is weird, why are you showing it to us? And I was like, no, watch it, it's so funny. But yeah, I just wanted to share that little factoid about me, because yeah, like, I don't know what it was. I absolutely obsessed with it. Not as obsessed as I am, Splatoon is like the biggest hyperfixation I've had ever about anything ever. Like, I don't think I've ever been interested in something more than I am interested in Splatoon. I think I crossed that threshold when I started learning a foreign language because of Splatoon, but I might have been there before. Just me.
Yeah,
Sorry, that's me getting off topic again.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's what we do
yeah,
here on the Monkey Brains
I
podcast.
checked. Yeah. So Space Nautica's current obsessions are. Oh hey. Oh sorry. Their current their pronoun section on their profile in Discord just says they. So they're a they.
For them.
I gotta correct myself now. But their current fixations are Cookie Run and Columbo.
That is a combination I never thought would cross my existence.
The reason that it's both of them is because of detectives, because currently they're obsessed with the detective Cookie and Columbo is a detective. So there you go.
That's actually that's epic. I like that. Good for them. I hope they enjoy it. I like Columbo a lot actually, so I hope they enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely gotten a lot more chill and a lot more, better. In over time. So there, one person that to be thank you, Jem, for that. This Pride Month, please remember, do not use this flag, and it's just the Italian flag.
Hey, look who's sending images now, huh?
I mean, I think that's.
I'm not commenting on them. I'm just posting them because I find them funny.
Should we send this to Adam?
Oh wait, no, don't.
You should.
I was just about to message Adam saying Happy Pride Month.
I'm just gonna send this image to him with no context.
All right. Let's see. The one other person that I know that I can think off the top of my head that used to be in the server and then is and shit happened is Demonic.
How is Demonic doing?
I have no idea.
I do not even know what happened.
I know he's still I know at some point he just left the mod team because he didn't.
Understandable.
He just didn't really do much. But thing is like I
Okay, wait.
he was kind
guys.
of.
I just want to tell you that I just got followed by an account that says, I follow accounts that will explode in 10 days.
Well, check back in 10 days and we'll see how you're doing.
Okay.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time that I was that I was accused of being racist?
Were you being racist?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Glad we got that out of the way.
Did I ever tell you guys this?
Nope.
It happened a long time ago, maybe like 2 years ago. I joined an FNF team as a coder, and this guy gave me, he gave me some stuff to do. And I told him, all right, I'll get back to you in a few days. And then a couple days went by, and I still hadn't quite finished the working out the kinks in the code. And he kept bugging me about it. He was like, "Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet?" I was like, "Dude, give me some time. Like, I haven't even finished yet."
That's exactly what happened to me.
And then he goes, and then he brought race into it just randomly. Like, it's because you hate black people, isn't it? I was like, are you And then, as like a one-off joke, I went to the FFV and I tagged Adam and I said, "Hey, I've been getting some allegations that I'm getting allegations of being called racist. Can me and you start having sex?"
That's funny.
All too quickly, Adam agreed, and it turned into the weirdest bit I think me and him have ever had.
Should I hear about this bit, or is it something
No.
I should stay behind closed?
the details of that bit are not for this podcast.
I was about to ask you very pleasantly to be quiet.
But yeah, so going the so I would the thing about the thing about demonic is that demonic had this era.
Monica and I are still mutuals on Twitter.
We are also still mutuals on Twitter.
Oh my god, my moot. No way.
Yeah, my moot. woot, my moot. But the thing about demonic is that demonic, as far as I know, does not like talking about this era. But early on in his time as in mod on the Discord server, he was really horny. We'll just put it as it is. Like he had a whole hentai games collection. He would put like some hentai character as his profile picture. And by the way, he was a teenager, for the record, like 15.
What was this
he was like 15.
This is like what pronouns did they use?
He,
him.
him.
Okay, so this guy was gooner maxing.
Yes.
Holy.
Like, dude had
worse than me. Holy shit!
I think at some point he actually streamed Honey Pop at some point.
He did do that. Oh god, I do remember that.
Not in the server, in a separate server. I think there was at some point a mod server that is not exist anymore that he streamed it in. So he did that. Keep in mind, 15. And he kind of eventually, kind of stopped that. Because he was like, God, I was so weird and gross at that time. And so he stopped, but it was a weird era, and that's why he doesn't like to talk about it. But the thing is that he's gross.
Sorry.
The thing
is
that
he was.
He's never really completely deviated from that.
He's still like that.
He's still,
yes.
He's still, in some to the It's been kind of like there's been some points where he's just been like wanting to draw not safe for work art like that's like I mean, one hand drawing it is fine, even if you're under 18, as long as you don't show it to anyone, you know. Like whatever, bit like teenagers be horny, whatever, just keep it to yourself. Um, but like he would do a lot of weirdly horny things even still being under 18. And keep in mind, I'm pretty sure he like according to his Twitter, he has only just recently, like within the past month recently turned 18. And I would like to I would like to mention
One of his
12,
first tweets
12,
is about
12, no, 19 hours ago, he said, "Oh, by the way, since it's June now, yes, the 18 plus alt is real." He has made an 18 plus alt upon turning 18.
I think that that's weird.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, just like being, and a lot of times I remember when he would like, he was 16 or 17, he would make tweets about like, "Oh my god, I wish I could be 18 already so I could post not safe for work art." And it was like, why are you like this? Like, it just always, like, I don't think he's like a bad person, or I just think he's kind of weird in
Strange.
some way. Yeah, like the thing is like actually no, I stopped following him. I forgot about that. I actually unfollowed him at some point. We are not moots.
No,
Womp
my moot.
um but yeah, he is he yeah, I stopped following him. I also I also, funnily enough, when at the time, at some point while I was still following him, I actually just muted him because I didn't I just didn't want to see his tweets on my timeline. And then eventually I just unfollowed him. But
honestly, I have not seen a tweet from him on my timeline so long that I did not know this.
yeah, he's but yeah, I just don't really follow him or interact with him much ever at all. And you know, he's since left the FNF server, so I'm basically completely disconnected from him, other than the fact that he still follows me on Twitter for whatever reason. I still have a bunch of like people. I still have a bunch of people. Like if I go to my followers list, if I scroll all the way down, it's a bunch of people mainly from the subreddit server. Like I have Tanapo's old account follows me. I think she has a new one now. I have Beans, Crispy Beans.
Ah, names I remember.
Crispy Beans is because I don't know, he's an interesting. We used to be closer friends, but we kind of stopped at some point. Just generally stopped talking to each other.
That just happens sometimes, I suppose.
Yeah, and I don't know. Nowadays, I probably wouldn't, because he has a lot of very disagreeable opinions. I'll say that much.
I kind of actually think I specifically remember that about him.
Yeah.
Like, don't quote me, but like, I remember that we disagreed on so many things.
Yeah, he generally I find myself disagreeing with him. Like, it's just generally been like that. Let's see. At Blizz, God, Blizz is an old
God,
member.
I don't even know how I. Oh God, I kind of like doing this. Kind of just like makes me feel so terminally online because like I know all these people.
Yeah, I
And
still
like
have.
I've repressed these memories.
And Stefan still follows me.
Oh, him.
I think her? Question mark?
Really?
I think Stefan is gender fluid now.
Oh, good for her.
I find it interesting though. A lot of the people you've talked about thus far have all been like transgender or gender fluid to some extent.
I mean, I know Beans is a trans guy, so there you go. I'm sure if I go to off topic, there's Stefan. So yeah, it doesn't mention anything in. We don't have pride rolls anymore, so I can't say it. So I can't look anything there. But I know that their icon on Twitter is them with long hair, which is the icon they used when they were kind of questioning their identity, I guess. Um, but yeah, a lot of the, let's see, oh god, uh, Reverend Broom or Ren. That's old.
Sharp inhale, I guess.
Yeah, I remember there was. Okay, so Ren is was an interesting person. I remember they they kind of like I don't think they're a bad person generally. I remember they had a kind of freak out where they were I think they were like uh what age were they? I think they were like 20 or 21 or something. I don't They're 22 now. No, they would have been like 19 or 20 at the time. Um but they were like panicking about dating a 17-year-old because they were like, what if people think I'm a pedophile? And it's like people are like, it's fine. It's a 2-year age gap. It's whatever. Yeah, they were 19. But they were like dating a 17-year-old and they were like, oh god, what if people think I'm a creep because I'm dating a 17-year-old? And everyone
That's
was like
how
what?
old were they again? They were like
19.
what?
It was
Yeah,
like it was because I think it
normal.
was like a 2-year age gap is what people were mentioning, and then I think they eventually got banned from the server for liking suggestive art of a character that was under 18, and I think they were. I think like they didn't even know that they were at the time. I don't. I don't know. It was a situation that I didn't really involve myself in too much. Or I think it wasn't the fact that they liked art. They liked the art and also tended to link to their account in the server. I don't know. It was.
Hmm.
I think part of the reason that they were banned was also because the mod team generally didn't like them. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it there. I think there were a fair few people that didn't like it. Let's see. Other followers. Mobius.
Amber, can we get a time check?
Time check. It is. We are 2 hours 41 minutes.
All
I'm
right.
sleepy.
Hey, I can keep talking while you guys don't have to. It's what I usually do nowadays. Let's see. Mobius is another. I guess they go by Julia. I don't know. They're
Go by what?
This is the greatest.
Julia. They're also trans, for the record. Another trans.
Julia?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. That's my grandmother's name.
Interesting. I have an aunt named Julie. Let's see. I see Stove follows me. Stove is interesting because like I follow Stove back, and Stove like I don't know. Stove only goes on Twitter to post to just vent, really. That's really all that he goes on there for. Yeet follows me. Yeet Skiddeep.
I remember Eat Skiddeep.
Yep, that's him. Ian follows me.
I've only heard like of 25% of these usernames, and the others I just don't know at all.
Is Yeep Skiddeep one of them? I'm guessing.
No.
Yeet Skiddeep. I think the most notable thing he's ever known for is he posted the image of Matt, Shaggy, and Tricky on the subreddit a while back.
Was he the one that had the little corruption comic with a bunch of like sprites going on?
No,
was he that
he
guy?
was not.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember he posted the versus Rule 34 art a few years ago.
Oh, that guy. Oh, I know. Okay, I'm not because of that piece specifically, but I know who you're talking about now. I know, because I've seen a few of his other drawings as well.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I don't want to hear it from the Gooner, okay?
The versus Rule 34 was one of his most upvoted posts, along with that tricky
What
chat.
filming in on this post exactly?
No.
It's just an image of like the Rule 34 logo with hands holding girlfriend and a microphone, and
yeah, I remember
that was the drawing.
Yeah, it's nothing actually.
It's nothing. It's obviously nothing explicit because it's a safe for work subreddit, but
Mhm.
I also, yeah, from this point on, there's a lot of it transitions from subreddit followers to FFV followers. Like I said, Ian still
I
follows
remember.
me, which is
I
funny.
remember. He has like a blue fire Sona, right?
Yeah, it was because he
Yeah.
used to have the IP address Sonic profile picture, and then his like thing that he used to represent himself was just Sonic wearing a blue jacket, and he was like, and eventually he changed that to just like a blue fire guy wearing a blue jacket. So
Yeah,
that
I
was
remember him now.
yeah, and then let's see, like yeah, man, what has Ian even been doing? I don't know.
Who
He
wants
still
to
he
know?
still posts art, retweets Aku's stuff.
Who?
I
Ian
don't know who that is.
Aura.
Oh,
Obviously.
Ian.
Ian
Oh
is
man.
Probably
Ian is a
should-
really old member of the FFV. The thing, because he's been around. He was in the FFV for a long while and was there
He was like
pretty
he was
early
I
one
know
of
on.
he
the
was there before
original.
I got there.
Yeah,
He was one of the
he
original
was there
people who
before
got in.
he was there before I got there.
No, yeah, he
Oh.
was.
He-
He was like it was Aku, Trey, Adam, him, and I think a few like other two people that were like the first people to join the FFV.
Dude, do you remember Patronac? Were any of
Yeah,
you around for Patronac?
I do.
I
He was.
I did I didn't know him at all, but I like knew of him later on, and I found like I did find messages.
Yeah,
I,
Patronac.
I did interact with him, and I know. Here's the thing, I Aku has given me a few points. Not like not like back then, but recently he has told me that I need to be a little bit more upfront and not be, you know, like trying to be deceitful, not deceitful, but like ingenuine, right?
Like sugarcoating
Um,
things.
Yeah, and that's, like I usually like sugarcoat. It's like Pat. Oh yeah, he's fine. I'll be honest, I didn't really like him much,
Yeah,
and I feel bad for saying that because that was like the reason why he left. Because he was like, I feel like people talk behind my back and feel bad, but it's like, I listen. I don't want to think like that, but you really aren't giving me a choice. But, like I think most of the time he was in the FFV, he used to just like tell like, oh, can you send me hugs? Like I okay, side tangent. I really hated the hugs thing. Like he
Yeah.
wasn't the only one who did it.
Also,
but,
can
like,
I just say the thing is like the hug thing already bothered me enough from Patronac, but also I just want to mention the fucking hug emoji he used is the one with the face with the two hands out and not the one of the two people hugging, which always just looks so weird to me.
Oh yeah, he used to do like left hand emoji, happy face.
He used the
right
sun
hand
and moon the smiling sun and moon emojis a lot.
That's
Yeah.
terrifying. No offense.
Like and,
Yes,
and
yeah.
almost every message he
scares
would
me.
use them.
Though I will say, I definitely think the reason why I didn't warm up that much to him, and it's not his fault as well. I think he had a little bit of a problem with like language barrier because his first
Yeah.
language definitely wasn't English.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
there
I
might
don't
have
even
been some
know.
problems
Was it?
there.
Did we ever? Was it ever mentioned how old he was? Because I think.
I think he was. In my mind, I think he was young.
Yeah,
I'm not
I definitely
sure
came
how
across
young.
that, and plus he would post a lot of his art, which was like. I don't want to be rude, but it was fridge art. Like, it was like, okay, honey, let's put this on the fridge kind of art. Like,
Fridge art.
Yeah.
I was about to say fridge art.
yeah, like
Good
the
job, honey. I'm gonna put this up on the fridge.
Yeah, it was that kind of art. And the thing was is that he was in a server full of like incredibly talented artists, and he would post like this fridge art and be like, "Oh, no one pays attention to my art." And it's like, well, what are we supposed to say about it? Like, I don't want to be mean. Like, but it's you drew this with like a pencil and colored pencils on a piece of loose leaf paper. What am I supposed to say to this? Like, I don't know. I feel bad for Patronac because I feel like he just kind of wanted to fit in, but like he wrong place to do it. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know. It
Monkey
was
brain, the monkey brain shit talk.
yeah,
Cast.
the monkey brain shit. This is our
This is our hater
shit.
arc. We're going hater
our
mode.
hater arc. That's
Yeah, we're going hater mode. But yeah, you know about this.
I'm quite a hater. I'd say that I'm quite
Yeah.
a hater at heart.
honestly like I think because yeah, I mean I feel like
But I am honestly, this is gonna sound really stupid. I'm terrified of people talking behind my back. Like I am. I can't. Like
I honestly, I will say, for me, I love when people talk behind my back, and even
like
if it's
for
a
me, it's an odd case between wow, people are thinking about me. That's so funny slash sad, and also people don't like me, and I'm going to cry myself to sleep today.
no. See, here's the thing. Online, for me, if people talk behind my back, I don't really care if it's like positive or well, if it's bad, I don't really care because it's like, well, at least these people are thinking of me, and I actually
any
leave
publicity is good publicity.
yeah, like at least I leave an impact on these people to the point where like they're talking about me. That's fun. But like if it's in real life, if people are talking behind my back in real life, then I do think like, well, I kind of don't want people to think negatively of me behind my back.
Yeah, I'm a
If people talk positively behind my back, I think I'd cry because it would make me happy.
We do that.
Yay! I win.
hey, I do that.
Aw, thank you.
I know for sure
Fair
I do. I mean, I've known you for what, 3 years?
You should see the messages I sent Aku when trying to chill you to come into the server.
Chill.
Man,
I think at this point, like my mom knows who you are, like not by name, except Amber because we've been friends for 3 years, and usually if like I'm like, oh, I'm hanging out with somebody, my mom will be like, oh, Amber, and I'll be like, yeah.
you got it. You got it. you know what? I'm going to real quick. Okay, I'm going to search on our DMs and see what is the oldest.
No, don't.
No. I'm not going to read what it is cuz I know what it is.
That's
I just
like,
want to
embarrassing.
know when it was.
I think it was in 2021.
Yeah, I think wasn't it like it was summer of 2021, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
because I distinctly remember the fact that I was in Rhode Island, and I am in Rhode Island during the summer. It must have been like midsummer vacation, probably around this time of year.
Yeah, because I do remember you mentioning during our early conversations, like, yeah, I'm on vacation, my times are a little different.
Yeah.
So, that was then. It's been wild 3 years. But I'm also, like, I also wanted to mention, we were talking about Patronac and his thoughts on...
I was going to say that now, finishing my thought, now every single time that, like, not every single time, my mom, like, regularly is like, oh, you have your podcast today, don't you? And I'm like, yeah. Thank you.
You should join VC more.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really I don't really join VC unless like somebody actively invites me. Like I don't just like
you are always automatically
I know I'm auto
invited,
invited, but like I don't like just breaking. I feel like I'm disrupting something.
The whole point of Monkey Brain. Look, the Monkey Brains podcast VC is done in VC, so anyone can join at any time. If we wanted to just hang out with each other and not have any outside influence, we would call in DMs or something.
Yeah, good point.
You can don't be afraid to join in just randomly if you feel like talking with people.
Okay. I probably will, honestly, because I will, like, not to sound cringe, but I do not have any friends.
Honestly,
in real life.
Yeah, hang with us. We're cool.
I
right?
I do my best, but also sometimes my executive dysfunctions.
Yeah, fair enough.
And like I forget like that people exist. Not like I forget that interacting with people is a thing that I can do. Like, or not even that. Like sometimes I forget that like time more like sometimes I forget that time exists and that people also people have to adhere to this funny thing called time.
Yeah, it's time is a interesting thing, ain't it? Um,
Ain't it?
yeah, but yeah, the Monkey Brains VC is free open VC. Join whenever.
Unless you're not a part of this podcast, in which it's not.
Yeah. Hey, if we get 100 subscribers, we'll open a Discord server. But
Give us. If we don't, then grr, we will not open a Discord.
but
Which will make everybody really sad because everybody really wants to join our Discord server. We get thousands of comments. Remember when Amber was talking about how we get no comments? She was lying. She was being very humble.
Indeed, and like I just like I have to take the comment amount and divide it by 1,000 just to.
Just to, because there are just so many. Like I don't think you guys could
It's
handle
an
it.
estimate.
I think your brains would explode.
Yeah.
We have more subscribers than Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
But we actually we use magic to keep our subscriber count from looking that high because we are just so popular that we don't want all the attention, especially because this episode is about shit talking people.
Yeah. You know, speaking of shit talking, well, kind of.
Oh.
Well, the whole point before you brought all this up, I was going to mention. So we were talking about Patronac, and I also, because I wanted to bring up Ian, because Ian left the server at some point because of various disagreements, and there's like a fair few people that just didn't like Ian for one reason or another. Honestly, I just have no feelings. Like, I don't know. Ian was never.
Neutral.
Ian wasn't like, didn't do anything to me personally, and I didn't really see any of the things Ian did secondhand explicitly. I think I saw a few things, but not that many. And I don't know. Ian was just kind of there. I guess.
I'm still of the side where I don't like
Did he do something to you?
Oh no, but I have seen I did see some stuff in the behind the scenes where were not so pretty, let's just say.
Yeah, because I know
it wasn't to me. It wasn't to me, but it was to people who are my friends, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Like I don't like it when people badmouth my friends. I do not like them secondhand, really.
Yeah, the thing is
So,
that
what's your opinion if I badmouth myself?
well, that's just
I
you
don't
being
know.
mean to you.
that's called
That's like
average internet user.
That's
Yeah,
called
that's just
river
called
moment.
you being you.
Don't worry, River. Even though I bully you, you're still my friend too, and I would get pissed off if
Yeah,
some
of
random
course.
person was mean to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Why do you think we make fun of you so much? Because you're fun to be
We
around.
make fun of you out of
Love?
I am-
Question mark?
I am a lot of things, but fun around is not one of them.
No, you are. Stop lying.
River. The
I wouldn't want to VC. I wouldn't want to play Splatoon with you on VC if you weren't fun. There are like people.
The
other
only
people I
reason
play
that you want to
Splatoon
play
with.
Splatoon on VC with me is so you can listen to me panic while I die.
Okay, well,
River.
that's one part. Another part is nice. I don't go on VC to listen to you talk to some random person and get facts about the lore wrong. But you know what? It's nice. It's nice to finally have somebody to play Splatoon with.
River,
Like, even
the
if that's-
only person
There
who
are
can
entire
determine...
Discord servers dedicated to playing Splatoon, and you chose me.
River, the
I'm in
only
one,
people,
actually.
only people that
I
can
am in a-
determine how fun you are to play with is the people who are playing with you.
Exactly. You're fun to play Splatoon with.
Okay, then what's your consensus?
Mine?
Yes.
On how fun you are to play with?
Yes.
Very fun.
That sounded.
That's a fucking lie.
You are the person I make
Not
play
sugarcoat
every
that shit,
game.
fucking
You
lie.
are
Why would we want to play games with you if you weren't fun to play games with? Like, just
what
why?
makes genuine question. What makes me fun to play with?
I
That
think
dumb
that-
laugh you have.
Yeah.
That is definitely
not
a
The
only
hearty
that,
factor.
chuckle that you
it's
do is
just-
fun.
It's fun to just I don't know.
I think
For
like
Splatoon
it's
specifically, it's hard to put into words. I guess it's just fun to play. I think it comes down to this. It's fun to play games with friends.
I think for me, like the thing that I find most fun is just like if I like getting to you to play games that I have had a lot of fun with myself is like you like your reactions and your like the way you play games
Reactions are a
like
big one.
you like to you like to play bullshit and kind of joke around about games and be like, God, this is dumb and I hate it. But I can genuinely tell when you are enjoying a game and have had fun with it. And it's like, I can play a game with you or watch you play a game that I like, and it's your kind of energy is something that is unique to you and that I have a lot of fun with, and it's not something that
So
I can
my
really.
bullshit crackhead energy is what entertains you.
Yes, that's actually
And-
Amber put it into words very well, and you put it into words even better. Bullshit crackhead energy is very entertaining.
you are you are genuinely like you bring an energy level to games that is unmatched.
And those, yeah, just generally, you
This-
have
what do
a
you
lot of-
mean unmatched?
it's just-
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
I think
okay.
it's in a kind of way that like you have this energy to you that I can't think of any other person that really comes close to matching.
Let's just
That
putting
I
it
have
in
such
a way,
unique
I kind of
energy
feel
that
like
it's just it's that
I feel like
are you saying that like my
mm,
sort of energy, like it being different, is what makes it entertaining? Or
I thank you, Jim, for
I
the
think
progress on
something
that.
that it could be could also, in my opinion, it's that you bring it's like it's a very like manic sort of
manic
energy. It's like it's not. I can't put it into words. It's like different. Like it's different, but it's different in a fun way where it feels like the experience would I would not have as good a time with the experience if like especially in say why I like playing Salmon Run with you, just like because your manic energy and the panic and the general like fact that we can just kind of like joke around about you getting killed by a Mars. Seriously now every single time I see one of my I'm playing Salmon Run with randos online and I see someone getting killed by a Mars, I think, oh wow, river moment.
river moment. Gee, thank you. I'm glad that I'm the first person to come to mind when you think of Moz. This is really so great. It is just
I don't know.
lovely that you think of me.
I mean I don't know. It's not like I think of anybody else when I see a sort of salmonid. It's like a man like you pointed out you like keep getting killed by Mars and you like and we joke about it and it's just funny. It's fun.
Moz are
It's fun to play
the
games with you
record
because you are a fun person to be
just
around.
to like make sure that this makes it on the podcast. I hate the Moz. I hate it with a burning passion. It's at the top of my hate list. I,
Wow, the person at
it
the
is-
top.
Top of the
I-
fuck list.
fucking
Fuck
hate it. It's at
you.
the top of the hate list. I don't like it. I don't like Moz. Bullshit. Like
Wait, you don't
it's
like what?
challenging. I like it in the
Moz,
sense
it's an
that it's
enemy in
challenging.
Salmon Run in Splatoon.
I like it in
Oh.
the sense that it's challenging, but I don't like it in the sense that it's
Kills
Funny
you.
thing about Mars to me is that I've never struggled with it. In fact, like I've killed out of all of the salmonids, I have killed
Yeah,
the most
I'm
Mars. Out of
checking this
like
as a messenger.
yeah, I don't know, it's cool.
I
Like I think it's a different perspective on the game. It's fun. Listen, it's just fun.
yeah,
And I
if
think
there's
wait, what can we get a time check on this?
we're at 3 hours 4 minutes. So
Can we call it?
I'm
Getting
tired.
tired. Yeah, fair enough. We can call
I'm.
it here.
I mean, it's mostly due to the fact that my mother's going to be home any minute. I want to make sure that
All
I
right,
could give her a hand with the groceries when she gets home.
sounds
I
good.
need to take a shower and to go to bed.
Alrighty. Well,
And also, what
we'll
time?
wrap
It's
it up
11.
here.
Wow.
We apologize to all the people we shit talked.
I don't
hope
apologize to
all
you.
of you
Fair enough.
have a day.
We apologize to some of the people we talk shit about. Not
Yeah.
all.
Some of the
Not all
people,
of you are
caveat.
redeemable. Some of my criticisms of you internet denizens, it still sticks. And you are burn.
All right, now we're just telling people to burn. Awesome.
We have fun here. But thanks for if you watch this far, you're probably Adam. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
And if you
That's
got this
hilarious.
far in the video, comment down below your most hated internet friend.
Most.
Tell us your internet friend stories. I guess. Man, you know what? I wish we were popular enough to the point where we could ask that question and we get, because I don't know, I just want to read people's
I'm gonna read
stories.
I just want to read some responses, honestly.
Yeah, I want to be popular enough so that we can hear cool stories from people who watch us.
That would be super cool to be getting feedback and then use that feedback in future episodes.
Yeah, at some point we got to do that. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to our bullshit
these
for
days-
the 28th episode in a row.
One of these days, I'll strap Rose down to a chair and be like, "Watch an episode! Watch a fucking episode!"
You're subscribed. You better.
Yay.
But yeah. Thanks for watching. Everyone say bye-bye. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Bye-bye.
Are we really still doing
Yeah.
that on the subscribe bit?
Yeah. Make sure to favorite.
Like, comment, favorite, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We're shameless.
We're shameless.
And we'll see you on the next video. Bow wow.
Roll the non-existent outro music.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.